Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Shenandoah High School, Rexroth Court. TJ Young alongside Aaron Burdorf again. Aaron, good to have you with us. Got another Hawkeye 10 basketball doubleheader.
Yeah, one more here before the holiday break.
So starting lineups tonight for the Shenandoah Phillies. It's a familiar starting lineup. They made a tweak from Friday night, but still have seniors Ava Wolf and Reese Spiegel and Brooklyn Black in there, and you have sophomore Macy Finley still in there, but making that change, not Keely Razy as it was Friday, but back to Allie Evelyn tonight.
Yeah, just see what can happen with the different pairs of post players, and hopefully tonight this pair works out.
Well, you know, I don't know if it really matters as much who starts, kind of who finishes type of deal. All four of the posts really tend to play pretty even minutes as the game goes.
Yeah, they really have been playing pretty even, and Coach Weinrich gets them in and out and finds the best combination as the game goes on, and whoever, like you said, whoever finishes the game is the people that are being the most productive tonight.
So we are going to step aside for the first time tonight. The pep band is here. They'll be playing the national anthem, so we'll step aside while that's going on. We'll come back for some varsity girls basketball with your 5-3 Shenandoah Phillies looking to get win number 6 to cap off the final game of the season.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Way I pay to spray. What did you say? Pay to spray, custom application? Oh, input costs can get pretty high. I want to buy my own sprayer with automatic boom shut off and really big booms. Gotta love some big booms. The ag economy's down, but I'm bullish and my numbers are good. So what do you think? Let's make it happen.
The ride to your dreams is easier with the right partner. Bank Iowa. Let's make it happen.
Welcome back into Shenandoah, Rexroth Court. I said before the break that it was the final game of the season. That's just my mistake. It's the final game of the year. So hopefully we can cap off the year with a win.
Yep, absolutely. Let's see what kind of ball the Phillies come out with tonight.
It's going to be Aubrey Geyer jumping for Atlantic, and Atlantic wins the tip. And it's going to be Jada Jensen bringing the ball up the floor as Atlantic's in their road yellows. The Phillies are in their home whites. Shenandoah kind of in that matchup, man-to-man, kind of amoeba defense we've been seeing over the last about month of the season. This looks like Nicholson brings it over, back to the top, trying to find an alley through this defense. Good job of stopping the ball here by the Phillies. That's going to be, looks Jada Jensen again at the top. Again, no shot clock in high school yet, so they got all the time in the world, and it's so far a pretty good possession there. And now with the ball is Peyton Harder. Harder gets the ball back to Jensen. Jensen drives down the lane. Really good possession by Atlantic, really patient, and they get the layup.
Yeah, very patient. They tried to work across, just the post players across, ended up with the good drive from the top of the key to get the first basket.
It looks like we got a 2-3 zone, Coach, for Atlantic right now. 3 ball by Reese Spiegel. Really good start for the Phillies. They need that after the struggles they've had the last couple of ball games, putting the biscuit in the basket. That's a good start for the senior.
Yeah, really good start for Reese, seeing a triple go down. Phillies 2 of 20 Friday night. It's a good way to start here, 1 for 1 tonight.
The movement by Atlantic right now is giving the Phillies defense fits as Jada Jensen gets in for another layup. The cuts on this matchup zone are giving the Phillies a little bit of problems here early in the ball game. And Brooklyn Black has it at the top, back to Spiegel. She already made one from there earlier in this first quarter. Macy Finley now has it on the left, gets it back to Black, no pressure on the ball. And Spiegel back in the corner. Ball movement really critical against a zone. Holding the ball really just allows the defense to kind of relax a little bit. You really want to make the defense work here. And Black's got it in the short corner. Couple dribble stops. And then a good job by Jensen getting her hand on the pass there. Again, just kind of stagnant offensively this possession for the Phillies.
Yeah, they were trying to get Brooklyn down into the short corner and get those two post players out of there. So just trying to decide what they're going to do.
And Finley with a 3-ball, just missed, rebounded by Atlantic. And Jada Jensen bringing the ball back up the floor for the Trojans. Just under 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. And Harder gets the ball stolen by the senior Reese Spiegel. And Spiegel looking ahead, didn't get it to Wolf, but avoided maybe a possible turnover there as the Phillies maintain possession. Skip pass from Finley over to Spiegel, nothing there. Tried to get the ball into Evelyn, but kind of a weak pass there, and it was intercepted by Jensen, and Atlantic up by 1 with 5:30 to go in quarter number 1. Geyer gets the ball over to Harder in the corner, and the ball stolen again by these Philly guards. Had some contact there, did Black, but no foul called, and Spiegel gets it back to Black. Kind of a really choppy last 45 seconds there for Atlantic on offense, but we got to capitalize on our side, getting some points here. Skip pass from Spiegel to Finley. One dribble back to Black, and Black's going to have that shot at the top all night, I think. Don't you think, Coach? Coach is watching very, very carefully here as Finley shoots the ball from the corner. Bang! 3-ball corner pocket. We got a official's timeout here. Looks like maybe a delay game there.
Yeah, delay of game. I think Evelyn might have touched the ball as it came through the net and pushed it out.
Would you agree with me on the statement there that it looks like they're kind of giving Black the shot at the top if she wants it?
Yeah, I think they're absolutely going to give that and try to take away the post play. Phillies post players just need to stay patient, go find space, and what I tell my kids is go make space. Don't stand in space. Go make it.
Nicholson gets the ball stolen, and Spiegel put it up, rebounded by Black. 2 missed layups there in transition, and now you got a wide open Peyton Harder who just couldn't control, and that's out of bounds. So trading turnovers here in the last couple possessions for the Trojans and the Phillies there. And Harder, she's 16.5 points a game kid, just a freshman, but she can put the ball in the basket. So that's a fortunate break for the Phillies as they're up still 6-4 with 4:20 to go in quarter number 1. It's like we got a massive overload here on this side of the zone, Coach.
Yeah, again, trying to put your point guard down on the baseline and be the point guard from the baseline.
Spiegel has it at the elbow. Good high-low pass from Spiegel to Black, but she can't make that layup down there. That's 3 consecutive, block shots for the Phillies. And when you're struggling to score, those are the bunnies. Those are the ones you really got to get.
Yeah, that's where we got to improve our field goal percentage for sure is those shots within 5-7 feet of the basket.
And nobody guarding Geyer on the cut, and that's going to be an easy 2. So 3 baskets for Atlantic, but they've all been pretty much uncontested layups down there. Maybe a cause for concern early if you're the Phillies defensively. They've had to work, Shenandoah has, offensively so far. And just an errant pass there from Wolf, and that's going to be another turnover, and it's going to be 3:30 now, right on the button, 6-6. Already a better first quarter offensively than in quarter number 1 on Friday, which is 2 points. So we're starting to see some things, but just again a little stagnant, maybe unsure of ourselves on the offensive end still.
Yeah, we're kind of mixing two offenses with 2 post players and trying to get a guard down onto the baseline. Everybody needs to continue to move.
And Harder with the drive. That was Nicholson with the drive. Nicholson has it again at the top. Back to Jensen, resetting the offense, and it's back over to Nicholson. And that's a travel, but we didn't get the call. Pass down to the block. Good hustle on the back end. We're going to get a foul on the floor. A really good hustle on the back end there as Woodward was fouled. But her first shot got blocked, but she was able to get her second rebound, and then the second shot was foul on the floor.
Yeah, our post players really need to keep 1 foot in the lane. As you said, I think maybe in the opening or maybe before we came on air, Atlantic's not a 3-point shooting team. And
that was an and one opportunity now for Peyton Harder. She's the leading scorer in the game, not just for Atlantic. Our leading scorer right now is about 8.5 points a game. She's doubling that through the first 9 games of the season for the Trojans as a freshman. And the level of competition they've played is pretty impressive as Harder knocks down the and one. So now it's a 3-point lead for Atlantic, and that's probably the last thing you want to do if you're the Phillies is let the Trojans feel like they're in this game.
Absolutely. You got to find a way to get the ball into the post and get an easy look, or somebody needs to step up and hit another 3 here early for the Phillies.
And now we got Rogers and Stevens, Burdorf. It's a whole new group. We didn't mention them. Lene Green, Keely Razor, so a whole new 5 in the ball game for the Phillies, which is not uncommon this year. They do that hockey line change quite a bit. Stevens has it in the corner. Stevens has the open shot. They're giving it to her, and she makes them pay. We're all square, so kind of eerily similar to that Creston game where they had scored 13 in the first quarter, but they were all 3-point baskets. We're 9-9 with 2 minutes and change, and it's 9 points on 3 threes. Shot in the corner by Woodward. Uncontested jumper goes down. Woodward makes a nice little 15-footer there, Coach.
Yeah, good drive by Atlantic, and then kick out to the corner for the open look.
So, again, just kind of taking a hot minute to get set up on what they want to do offensively. Get it to Burdorf in the short corner. She gets hounded a little bit there with some contact, but got out of it. Stevens gets it to Rogers, who likes that drive on the baseline. Little guard-to-guard pass there. Burdorf in a bit of a pickle there, but she gets bailed out with the foul. Really good post-to-post or guard-to-guard pass there on the drive, and then Burdorf's going to the line for 2.
Yeah, Rogers drove the baseline, and Burdorf was actually coming across to fill in that short corner. Kind of got in the way, but bailed Rogers out by moving back away from her, passed it across the lane. Burdorf, like you said, gets bailed out by the foul, but she was kind of in a dead spot. She really had no option but to just throw it up and got fouled.
So she knocks down the front end of her 2-shot foul, and that's kind of one thing that a lot of kids will do, though. They'll get the ball and they immediately put it on the floor. And that's kind of the worst thing to do, because if you got nowhere to go, is we get a jump ball and it's going to stay here with the Phillies. Because if you take that one dribble and stop and you got nowhere to go, you get stuck there. Burdorf does split the pair, so down by 1, but Phillies still have the ball. Easy for me to say. Brooklyn Black brings the ball in. Lene Green tried to get it out to Rogers. Ball gets stolen in there by Nicholson, and it's going to be Jensen walking the ball up the floor. Atlantic has to be really pleased with the way they're playing right now. Up by 1 here with about a minute to go in this first quarter. Jensen's pass gets deflected by Burdorf. And Jensen's got it again back at the top, and Harder has it on the left wing, and there's Caroline Rogers again. And a blocked 3-point attempt, but Harder's there, and she can't finish. Just a fortunate break there for Atlantic. A really good job of contest on the 3-point shot by Geyer from Burdorf, but then the ball just falls right into Harder's hands, and she goes to the line for 2, and that's the second foul on Lene Green.
Yeah, again, one of those plays where it's kind of a 50-50 ball and comes down to Atlantic. But once again, if our post players stay down, keep 1 foot in the lane, they're able to contest in the lane on those dribble drives. And in that case, if they wouldn't have chased out, maybe they would have been there without the foul situation.
And Harder splits the pair. So she's got 4 points to go along with Jada Jensen's 4 points. So that's leading the way for Atlantic right now. Rogers has the ball in the corner, up to Wolf on the right wing. Wolf probably not used to being out that far. And into the short corner to Burdorf. Burdorf back to Rogers, to Wolf at the top. And Black thought about the 3, decided against it. And the short corner is there if they want it. It is there, and there's your across the lane pass. Brooklyn Black will get this one to go. Good find by Burdorf there, running that short corner. And I talked about that off air in that Creston game against that 1-3-1. I'd like to see her run that short corner because she's got that height, able to see over the defense. Really good find by Burdorf.
Yeah, really good there. Fill in that backside post, get it into the short corner. The near side post might not be open, but that backside post will be open, cutting in there, and Brooklyn Black finds the open space.
Jensen shoots a long 2, and she knocked it down, and that's probably going to end this first quarter, and yes, it will. So after 1, much more scoring in quarter number 1 tonight than on Friday, but Phillies find themselves down by 2, 14-12. We'll be right back right after this.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
They haven't missed.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back into Shenandoah Rexroth Court, 14-12. Atlantic out in front by 2 right now. Coach, analysis quickly of this first quarter that we just saw.
Yeah, Atlantic, I'd have us down for no defensive rebounds, and I remember them getting 1 offensive rebound, so that means they haven't really missed. Their opportunities have went in. And for the Phillies, obviously they need to continue to run that short corner if that's what they're going to do, and make sure that we're filling both blocks, make a good pass, and then finish at the basket.
Now, most of their shots, though, as Harder has the ball at the top, they'll skip pass and it missed on the attempt for a steal. They're a wild attempt. Their offensive rebound by Geyer. Back to Jensen, who takes the dribble drive in the middle of the lane. No rebound there. Fought for and won by Finley. And Finley did not cross over, so she's fine. Gets the ball back to Spiegel. But I'll finish my thought when we get back on defense there. Because that is a question I do want to ask you. As Reese Spiegel has the ball in the corner, skip pass over to Black, who's got it on the left wing. Just short. Rebound by Wolf. And we still have the ball, so life is good. And Finley's got it in the corner. Bang! Three-pointer rattles in. Big shot by Finley. Her second triple of this first half, as now the Phillies have a 1-point lead. But, Coach, you'd mentioned that the field goal percentage for Atlantic as Jensen drives again, gets some contact. Almost all their shots, if not all of them, save for a 15-footer by Woodward in the corner, have been layups or 5-foot shots. If you're Coach Weinrich and the Phillies, would you consider switching into some sort of a zone? Because this matchup right now, Atlantic's kind of having their way getting into the paint.
Right, in that possession, we actually did try to trap out here with the guards. They broke it, and then we had 2 post players who, again, started outside the lane and then had to recover into the lane and put themselves in a fouling position. If we have one, maybe that just keeps their head under the basket. That might be a better situation for the Phillies defense.
Well, it's a long game, a lot of game left, so we'll see how it goes as Evelyn gets the ball, shot no good, rebound by Wolf, kind of fading away there on the shot. No foul called. When you're fading away like that, it's just probably not going to get that call. 6 minutes and 37 seconds as Jensen gets the ball to Harder in the corner, and a nice back cut by Jensen, and it goes. And again, just kind of picking apart, it's the movement off the ball right now that's really kind of giving the Phillies a little bit of fit right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Evelyn maybe a little bit too far out of the lane there.
Bang! Another triple. That's 2 for Spiegel and 2 for Finley. Coach Weinrich's going to call a timeout, I suspect, about what's going on defense. And we'll be back here in 30 seconds and get your thoughts on that, Coach.
Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Welcome back into Shenandoah. Coach, Reese Spiegel just sunk a 3-pointer. Thoughts on the maybe some adjustments here from Coach Weinrich?
Yeah, it looks like we're going to go pressure full court. Elena breaks it pretty easily.
You did have a foul called there. If it was a foul on Evelyn, it was probably with the body, because up top it was all ball there. But continue your thoughts. Sorry there, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna put pressure, we got to make sure that we stop the ball. We can't let one pass diagonally through the middle end up in a fast break situation. But I like the Phillies' idea. Put some pressure full court, but again, we got to have somebody at the basket there to play defense.
Yeah, in that situation, no safety back this time. It was pretty much full court man-to-man there. And Jensen will split the pair. So back and forth first half. It's been a fun one to call. Both teams putting the ball in the basket. Both teams making shots. And ball gets to Wolf at the high post. A post-to-post pass there to Evelyn. Skip pass. Back to Black. Good ball movement this possession by the Phillies. And an immediate double down on Wolf. And she gets the ball back out to Evelyn now at the high post. Again, back to Wolf. Wolf will get a foul called against the defender on her. I believe that's going to be on Kira Olsen. Yeah, that'll be on her. That'll be her first. And Phillies, much better ball movement that time around, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. That was way better ball movement by the Phillies, and also better post movement. They were much more active.
3 ball by Finley, no good, but the rebound by Wolf. Wolf tried to slap the ball out. She was going to the ground. There's going to be a turnover one way or the other. The only hope was maybe to save it there, to tap it back to Spiegel just out of bounds.
Yeah, sometimes Ava just gets her feet a little bit too close together and loses her balance. She does that sometimes on offensive rebounds and then going back up, and that's why she falls over sometimes. That's a travel.
And we got away with one? No, we didn't. That's going to be a travel on Huddleston. Huddleston just checking into the game here recently, and she walks. And Phillies regain possession, down by 1, 5:20 to go in the first half. Finley gets it back to the top between the circles is Black, gets it over to Spiegel. Senior to senior, back to Black. This is kind of that more of a stagnant offensive possession. Had a really good one the possession before. Now this one, a little bit more standing. Now we reverse the ball, and that's where you're going to get that inside post position, is on that ball reversal. Good hustle by Wolf, and then an air ball there by Spiegel. As the body language from Spiegel let you know that one. But again, a little more stagnant, but then we did get a ball reversal and a shot inside.
Yeah, again, ball reversal into that flashing post player, but the post players have to be active to get that to work.
Harder shoots the 3, misses long, rebound by Wolf, and Coach Weinrich's imploring the Phillies to push, and nearly turned it over there on the long pass from Black to Spiegel, as that was off of Huddleston, and she'll check out, and looks like Lene Green's checking back in for the Phillies with 2 fouls here in this first half.
Yeah, again, just have to be active in the post, and then on that ball reversal, if we're going to run it the way we're doing it right now, that girl on the elbow needs to flash hard on the ball reversal, and that's going to be there.
Yeah, it's going to be off of Wolf. I mean, she had a kid right on her. That's one of those situations where when you got a kid on you, just that go opposite, right? You know, get that defense moving. You don't have to put it on the floor in that situation.
Right. She wasn't going to be able to get to the basket anyway there, so just go ahead and get the ball reversal.
Jensen thought about the 3 in the corner for Atlantic. She'll drive into the middle, and it's a pass to Nicholson, back to Jensen, and she almost got away with a walk, but that's back-to-back possessions empty for the Trojans. So while the Phillies are struggling on offense, Atlantic's following suit. Got another officials timeout here.
We're finding garbage on the floor, I guess.
Bobby pin? Could have been?
Not sure what that was.
Crisis averted.
It's over.
That's right. Over, done with. So, again, Atlantic in a 2-3 zone. Phillies, now you got the high post if you want it, but you don't take it. That's fine. Reverse the ball. Keep reversing the ball. And, again, a couple good looks there, but we didn't get it. So you got to move the ball. Good job by the Phillies reversing the ball. And looks like we're going to put Black back down in the short corner. And we're going to kind of go back to that overload look. Gets the ball back to Black, and she has a wide open baseline. Good seal there. I believe that was Green, and big bucket for the Phillies.
Yeah, that was a really good job of keeping that defender on the high side and just leaving that wide open drive for that short corner.
Tried to get the trap right after the timeline. Nicholson has it. It's about a 12-foot shot, a little short. And Phillies have the lead now by 1, looking to extend as you got Spiegel open in the corner. That ball was blocked by, looked like Harder. Finley had the shot blocked. We'll get the jump ball, and that should stay here unless they call the foul.
Oh, they call the travel.
Call the travel. It's So I guess I should pay attention.
I guess.
My fault there. So Atlantic will have the ball again, and it got 3 different guards on the floor now for the Phillies in Rogers, Stevens, and Burdorf, as almost got away with did get away with another walk there. As a very active at the top here is this press, and we're going to get a jump ball this time, and this time it will go back to the Phillies. So good job at the top with Stevens and Rogers, forcing some panic there by Atlantic. And we're going to get a timeout. We'll stay right here, Coach. What are some things we're seeing here as this second quarter's rolled on, adjustments for the Phillies from quarter 1 to quarter 2?
Yeah, the possession that I really like, I wish we had replay to talk about it so I could draw on like the telestrator thing.
We'll get that next year.
Atlantic drove down this near sideline and went hard at Lene, and she actually did a great job of backing up and said, I dare you to shoot it from 15 feet, and it actually led to a bad shot, and we got the rebound and were able to push, which is the defense that I think we need to be playing right now is take away the basket, force them to shoot it from 15 feet or more, and she did a really good job of just showing that she was going to stop the ball, but then backed up and let them shoot it, and that was a really good defensive possession, and 3 good defensive possessions now in a row for the Phillies.
So offensively, again, back in that 2-3 zone as Stevens shoots it from the left wing. Bang! 3-pointer goes down. Stevens knocks down her first triple, and her second triple, excuse me. Thank you, Coach. So it's 23-19, might be the largest lead of the game so far for the Phillies. It's been pretty tight all the way through as Atlantic does break this press, and Nicholson has the ball back to Huddleston. Huddleston gets the ball back to Geyer. Woodward has it, and a cutting Huddleston is stolen by Rogers. Didn't have any numbers, so she picks the ball up, and a skip pass. Nearly stolen. It is stolen by Harder. Harder going to the basket, just short on the layup, and good rebound and good fight in there by Burdorf as she goes kettle over, whatever you say, however that phrase is. She flipped over.
Yeah,
I don't know what that phrase is. Go into the
heels
YouTube
over,
chat.
Yeah, heels overhead, whatever. She used to do that in middle school, and we used to call her a baby giraffe. But she has gotten a little bit more coordinated since those days, so we won't call her a baby giraffe this time.
Well, you just did.
Yeah.
And she's going to hear this, and you're going to get it.
She will listen to you.
Stevens has the ball at the top. Pass over to Rogers, trying to get it into the short corner. Very obviously trying to get that one into the short corner. She stared at it, took a hard dribble at it, and then body language. Fake that and go into the low post there.
Yep, absolutely. Show a fake to somebody else or just a fake to the direction you're going, get the defender to move.
Lob pass to Stevens. Stevens picked up the dribble, and there's that hard double immediately on the post. And right when that ball's thrown in, Atlantic is doing kind of what we figured they'd do. It is hard double, and not going to give those posts anything right away.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to dig hard and take away our opportunities down in the post for sure.
So it looks like Lene Green got popped in the face there. Looks like maybe in the schnoz. I think she'll be all right. But Phillies have the ball, trying to get the ball in, and Rogers gets it stolen away by Jensen. Jensen looking to go coast to coast, and a little bit of a wild shot rebounded by Harder, and then a fight on the floor is going to be a jump ball, and the person on the floor, who else? Caroline Rogers. She's everywhere on the defensive end. Good hustle, and good hustle by Burdorf to contest that original layup opportunity, and Phillies still up by 4.
Yeah, absolutely great hustle there by Rogers to get back there and cover up and get that possession arrow change.
Geyer has the ball at the top to Jensen. Thought about the 3. Now Harder's got it up to Woodward. She made a shot on the other side just like that, but a good rebound by Razy. And then the tie-up, we'll get a foul. No, we'll get a jump ball. It's that, these girls probably don't get taught that from 3rd grade on up. When you get that rebound, you always comfort zone, breadbasket, right? You need to chin it, get those elbows out.
Yeah, absolutely. Just make yourself bigger so people can't reach in, or make it super obvious that they are reaching in up a little bit higher.
So Findlay has the ball in the right corner. We're just about a minute to go in this first half. In a game where Shenandoah was down by 2 at the end of the first quarter, they've clawed back to now regain the lead here as the clock just ticks to a minute. And Spiegel has it in the corner, short corner to Black. Tried to go over the top of Geyer. Good long arms there by Geyer. Had it, bounce pass, gets the layup.
She did. She had it. If she wouldn't have taken the one dribble to get it into a position to make that pass, it was
the
definitely
unnecessary
there.
one dribble. We talked about that earlier.
It was definitely there.
Ball gets back in. Spiegel has it. We're now under a minute to play until halftime, 23-19. And the lazy pass there by Finley, stolen by Jensen. This time she goes coast to coast, 2-point ball game, 45 seconds to play until halftime. Need a good possession here if you're the Phillies. And tried to get it into that short corner harder there, but good fight by Black to get rid of it, and then Black did. She changed pivot feet there, and looks like, Finley's going to check out, and Stevens will check back in. Phillies clinging to a 2-point lead here with 31 seconds to go until halftime.
Yeah, just have to be decisive with the ball, make good, strong passes every time you're throwing it from one spot to another.
Really good job at the top by Black to stop Jensen from getting over there, and then good job, maybe got away with a foul there, did Stevens, but good job of hustle by those front three. The guards are playing very physically tonight.
Great hustle by all of them, just, again, being physical, like you just said, and just being handsy, trying to put some pressure on the Atlantic guards.
So it looks like Atlantic's going to be content to hold for the last shot as we got 6 seconds and counting. Jensen trying to drive. Stevens stopped her, and Harder got the shot off, but rebounded by Razy. Called for a walk, but the halftime whistle blows, and we're at 23-21. Shenandoah has a slim 2-point lead at the break. We'll step aside, pay some bills. We'll be right back for some halftime analysis on the KMA Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube live stream.
Kane, the real boss at Gowing Plumbing, but don't tell my mom and dad. I'd like to talk to you about tankless water heaters with endless hot water. If low energy bills and higher home values are important to you, you might consider a more efficient tankless water heater from Gowing Plumbing. Call 712-246-1803 and they can help you find the right system for you. Plus, Gowing Plumbing is the only one to call for issues with boiler heat. 24-hour on-call service from Gowing Plumbing. Tell them the boss sent you.
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it.
Welcome back into halftime. Shenandoah fans, coach, halftime analysis. Phillies up by 2.
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing for me would be that the Phillies post players need to find some shots. If we get it in there, we got to be able to feed them. Whether they go high-low or we go into that short corner, we got to be able to feed a post player to get a shot. By my very, very unofficial count, we only have 2 shots by our post players. So somebody needs to find them the ball. But we knocked down some big threes there in the first half, kept us in the game. We are doing a better job on defense, staying back, forcing Atlantic to shoot it from a little bit of distance. And again, if we can rebound it and then take care of it at the offensive end, those longer possessions, just improve the position, improve the movement, speed it up a little bit, especially when we run that short corner, move the ball a little bit faster. The Phillies will do just fine in the second half.
So we've got about 7:45 until we throw the ball in for the start of the third quarter. We are going to step aside. We will see you on the other side. Phillies up by 2 at halftime. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Shenandoah High School, Rexroth Court. Aaron Burdorf alongside myself, TJ Young. Shenandoah up by 2 at the break. Just about ready to start the third quarter, Coach, for Atlantic. It looks like the key for us is stopping Jada Jensen. Atlantic's got 21 points. She's got 13 of them. She's been a big contributor for them. On the flip side, like you had said before we went to a little break, need to find a way to get the posts involved.
Yeah, absolutely. The Phillies shoot 6 of 10 from deep there in the first half, but I think the biggest key to the second half of this game is going to be able to get points in the paint from our post players.
So we're going to have Welcome back in. We had some difficulties there. Hopefully that's the only one we have tonight. You didn't miss anything. We played a minute of basketball and nobody scored, so still 23-21. Hopefully that's the last one, Coach.
Yeah, hopefully.
Jensen has the ball up top, gets the ball to Harder. One dribble, pull-up shot, knocked it down. So we're all square at 23 apiece. Nice little, 12-foot shot there by the freshman.
Yeah, Atlantic with some good ball movement. Into their leading scorer there.
Black has the ball up top. Now it looks like more of a 3-2 that you had said you'd kind of figured they'd run. Looks like we're kind of in that right now. As in a 3-2, the corner shots will be open. And Spiegel passed one up. Skip pass to Finley. Short corner to Black. A little reverse layup. No good. Rebound by Wolf. Wolf going away from contact, but gets the call. She'll go to the line. A little bit better ball movement that time. The dribble drive into short corner, reverse layup attempt, rebound on the line. Pretty good possession there.
Yeah, way better possession there by the Phillies, getting it into that short corner and against the 3-2 zone. That's going to be available, and that backside post is going to be available, or that dribble drive from the short corner is going to be available. Good job by Black there on that possession.
So I will ask, as Wolf misses the front end of her 2 free throws, if the 2-3 zone variety was working so well, why switch it?
Because they've played 3-2 zone all year, and that's what they're comfortable in.
Okay, fair enough. Sometimes you just got to keep it simple. As Wolf misses a pair, so we're just over 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, all tied at 23, as 23 for Atlantic. Geyer has the ball in the corner. No shot she doesn't take the shot there. Olsen got it back to Jensen, who's got it between the circles for the Trojans, as they're trying to get reset up in a different offensive look here, as it looks like the Phillies have switched their matchup man-to-man to more of a 2-3, traditional 2-3 zone. Pump fake, got Evelyn off her feet, and now Geyer's got it back in the corner, back to Jensen. Really patient for the Trojans right now.
Yeah, absolutely. The Phillies have switched to a 2-3 zone, saying, hey, we dare you to shoot it from the outside.
And they do shoot it from the outside, and Jensen gets the follow rebound on the opposite side, and she'll go to the line for 2. I have no stats necessarily or data to prove this, but someone told me this when I was a kid, and I swear it's true. Like 60% of all shots that are missed, the rebound's on the opposite side. Right?
That sounds like a really good stat.
So, Jensen, the shot in the corner, rebounds most of the time going to come out on the opposite side. So, good job by her. We should maybe tell it to the Phillies so they get that backside rebound.
Yeah, absolutely. The Phillies have to be able to rebound out of that 2-3 zone, and that time offensive rebound leads to 2 points for the Trojans.
It's a really weird stat. I don't know. Sorry about that. 25-23 as Jensen knocked them both down, and that ball's tipped out of bounds off of Jensen. You don't believe me at all, do you, about that?
No, I do. That actually sounds like a really good statistic, and now because I'm a stats guy, I'm going to watch games over Christmas, and I'm going to count how many times rebounds go that way.
Now, it doesn't count if it's a straight-on shot.
Sure.
It's on the sides. Anyways, we got a good ball game. 2-point game as Black dribbled the ball, and it was tipped out of bounds. Looked like by Woodward, so it's going to stay right here with the Phillies. See if we can get a cheap one here on this baseline out of bounds. That'd be nice. As Wolf gets it in the corner, back out, and almost got it stolen away. the pass into Evelyn and nearly got it to go, but Allie Evelyn getting to the line. You talked about that at the halftime break. Get the post involved. Wolf went to the line for two, didn't knock him down this time. Evelyn needs to cash in.
Absolutely. Really good skip to this near side wing and then right into the post. No indecision, just right in there, and then turn around and shoot it.
Evelyn cannot knock down the front end of her two foul shots. Something Shenandoah has struggled with on the year, about 44% coming in, shooting free throws. And it's not going to get any better after these last couple, as Wolf missed two and Evelyn missed two, but fortunately the official is getting paid by Shenandoah's athletic director tonight, so he called that one out on Atlantic. It looked like it was off Stevens there. And Stevens gets the ball back to the corner. There's Stevens, no shot. It was a 2-on-1 right there. There'd been a nice little back and forth game, but we get the ball into Wolf, and she was triple teamed, and they're going to bail her out there. Triple team, dribbled right into it. We got pretty fortunate there.
Yeah, once again, Wolf did a really great job on the ball reversal. She had her girls sealed, and those one or two dribbles by Spiegel there led to
that was a really quick five.
Ends up in a turnover.
Just trading turnovers back and forth here. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Atlantic seems a little bit more comfortable in this little diamond 1-3-1 press, and Woodward takes it up strong, doesn't get it. It's going to stay here as it's off of Spiegel. Much more comfortable the Trojans look against that little 1-3-1 diamond press.
Yeah, just showing a little bit of patience as they go to break it.
Jensen gets the ball into Geyer. Geyer puts it down. So 27-23. This is kind of that Phillies Achilles heel, really, is those 3, 4, 5 minute blips of a game where you don't put the ball in the basket. And we are 4 minutes in now as Spiegel turns it over. We're 4 minutes into this third quarter, and we have no buckets, 4 missed free throws, and a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, that was actually a really good job there by Woodward for Atlantic to kind of just pull the seat out from under Wolf, who had good position, but it led to the turnover.
Jensen on the drive. Good job of help defense there by Wolf. And now Geyer has the ball, gets it back to Jensen. Again, Atlantic doesn't seem to be in any hurry right now offensively. They're going to get their look, and we'll go from there. It looks like Olsen was dead there in the corner. Gets it back to Jensen, who takes it up to the top to Geyer. Geyer, that's a size mismatch and a half there. Geyer was being guarded by Spiegel, just barrier down on the block. And maybe got away with one, but Jensen puts it in, and we're going to get a timeout. Jensen now with 17 points of Atlantic's 29. We'll be back in 30 seconds as Coach Weinrich takes a timeout for the Phillies, down by 6.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing, and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
Hopefully it doesn't do it again. Welcome back into Shenandoah High School Rexroth court. Third quarter, 3:18 to go in the third quarter. Phillies down 29-23. Coach, scoreless are the Phillies almost the first 5 minutes here of this third quarter.
Yeah, again, the ball movement hasn't been crisp. We've had a couple opportunities in the post. We just haven't cashed in at the free throw line. So the Phillies are going to have to dig themselves out here as we go through the end of this third period.
So Phillies will have the ball after Jensen made the little kind of half floater there in the middle of the lane for her 16th and 17th points to lead all scorers. As Black will bring the ball up the floor, she crosses the timeline and back into that 2-3 zone. So they're kind of switching defenses up a little bit. That might be confusing the Phillies, but that right there is not a defensive confusion. It's just putting the ball down before you really needed to.
Yeah, no reason to put the ball down there, and probably not even the best place for Cassidy Stevens to be in there to feed the post anyway.
Burdorf in the ball game for the first time here in this second half, as Stevens now has it on the right wing. Gets it into Green. Green gets hard double right away. We'll get a reach-in foul on Geyer. One thing to kind of keep an eye on right now, they're hard doubles, but that's the 5th team foul already for Atlantic with essentially 11 minutes of basketball left. If we can't make baskets, we might get on the line here pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Atlantic's doing a really good job of digging down. This half, it's led to fouls.
In and out from Bergdorf, but good strong rebound by Lene Green, and first points of the second half, and that ball dribbled on the line. Oh, that should have been a turnover. She picked the ball up, dropped it, it landed on the baseline, and gave it back to her. I've never seen that. I've never, ever seen that.
I was looking down, so I missed it, but I'm going to trust that you're saying the right thing, and I'm not sure why there would be a whistle there to clean up a loose ball after a made basket.
Yeah, anyways, we play on. And a nice drive by Geyer and the foul. So kind of a costly no call down there on this side in a game that's been 4 points plus or minus either side. What could have been a turnover on one end turns into 2 points in an and one situation on the other end. It was, you didn't see it. The gal that was inbounding the ball had it, fumbled it, lost it, hit the baseline, and she picked it back up. And so it should have been a turnover.
Right.
As the free throw was missed by Geyer, rebounded by Keely Razy, and Shenandoah down by 6. Has a chance to chip away here in this 2-3 zone. Stevens has the ball now at the top. Good little pass fake by Black. Moved the defense, but we didn't have any action off of it there. As looks like Stevens is in. Stevens, Rogers, Black, Green, and Razias. That's the 6th team foul. So the next foul from here on out for Atlantic is going to put the Phillies in the bonus. Could be a situation where the game might be won or lost at the charity stripe.
Absolutely. Again, the Phillies just need to move the ball faster at the offensive end.
Stevens nearly stepped on the sideline there. A couple dribbles, stop, skip pass to Brooklyn Black, and back into Green, who turns around into 3. I mean, that's just real tough. And a foul's going to be called on Black, reaching around the Atlantic offensive player. But that's real tough. You know, if you know that double or triple is coming, I mean, that get the ball into the post, get it out, repost type of thing. That's something we're not seeing yet.
Yeah, again, that backside post is going to be open every time because of where the double is coming from. It's just a matter of getting somebody on that backside post and turning around and flipping it over there.
Woodward gets it to Olsen, and Olsen kind of fumbled it there, and we have a jump ball, and we had a foul before, so now the jump ball is going to stay here with Atlantic. So Atlantic will have the ball with 1:28 to go in quarter number 3, up 31-25. And Jensen's got a lane to the basket. Great drive. And, Black was beat off the dribble there, but Green's got to be off of her kid there and help out stop the drive.
Right, once again, just keeping the post players' feet in the lane.
Nice hustle rebound there on the long shot from Rogers. Phillies retain possession, and Black gets it back to Rogers. Rogers back to the top, reverse the ball. And 55.4 seconds. Here we go, Coach. Bonus time for the Phillies. And, probably couldn't come at a better time because they're struggling putting the ball in the basket. Now they get a chance to score points with the clock stopped.
Yeah, absolutely. And Geyer and Harder both now have 3 fouls for the Trojans.
First one for Rogers. No good. So by my count, which is very unofficial, 0 for 5 in this third quarter from the free throw line are the Phillies. And nearly a foul there as the ball was off of Stevens in the pass attempt from Jensen to Nicholson. And so 46.5 to go, third quarter. Phillies down by their largest deficit of the night, down by 8, with just 2 points scored here in quarter number 3. Jensen has it up top. She's shown to be very solid dribbling and attacking the basket as Geyer has it at the top. And she's trying to do work on Rogers, but good defense by Rogers. The backdoor cut to Jensen and got away with a walk maybe. And Nicholson doesn't get away with that as it's stolen by Rogers. Coast to coast goes Stevens, and just off the side of the rim. So 20 seconds and counting, and Jensen's probably not going to be in any hurry here, as Atlantic's going to hold for one shot as they're in firm control of this game. And we're going to get a reach-in foul on Caroline Rogers. 6.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Maybe you can get a steal and a run out here, but if anything, just double digits is not where you want to be. You were that way last game, down by double digits starting the fourth quarter, chipped away, didn't have enough juice. We need to keep it as low as possible. A little give and go there, nearly got another foul, and we're going to get a double dribble. So 4 seconds right on the money. There's time. Couple dribbles, get it past to a wing. There's some time. And Rogers gets the ball in, and she's fouled on the shot. What a wonderful break for Shenandoah, but an awful decision at the moment by Huddleston there. She fouls Rogers, a less than 20% three-point shooter. She goes to the line for 3.
Yeah, now we have to cash in right now. The Phillies just 1 of 7 from the free throw line.
I mean, even knocking down 2 of these, it's a 2-3 possession game, and you've got the possession arrow to start the fourth quarter, so you really need to focus and knock them down. Long on the first, short on the second. So we'll see if Rogers can atone for the first 2 and knock this third one down. There she got her. So 1 for 3 at the line. Jensen has it. She can't get the shot up. So at the end of the third quarter, a quarter that was dominated by Atlantic, Atlantic holds a 7-point lead, and we'll be right back after we pay some bills on the Fuller Digital Solutions KMA YouTube live stream.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
We're back into Shenandoah Rexroth Court. Coach, start of quarter number 4. Offensive woes kind of continuing. Not terrible there in the first half, but this third quarter, all Atlantic and not a lot of flow offensively.
Right, not a lot of shots either, and so that's the biggest problem probably for the Phillies right now is you're going to have to start cutting into this thing because if you play like you did in the third quarter, you didn't get a lot of shots up in the first place, and Atlantic has shown that they're able to take care of the ball, so they're going to probably drain a lot of clock on the offensive end.
Phillies have the ball to start this fourth quarter. Again, Phillies are in the bonus, so being aggressive right now would maybe be advantageous. Spiegel short on the 3 in the corner. Good screen there by Wolf, but shot was just short. Maybe something, that the coaches are going to say in these timeouts or as this fourth quarter goes on is, kiddos, we're in the bonus. Be aggressive, attack the basket, as that's exactly what Atlantic does. And Harder will go to the line. Oh, no, they're going to say it was on the floor. That was a big break for the Phillies.
They are going to say it was on the floor, but once again, Evelyn is way out guarding a girl out at the three-point line for absolutely zero reason, not taking away cutters where the Trojans are scoring all their points.
As Nicholson has it, gets the ball back to Jensen. Again, pulls the ball back out like you had said. Just you're going to be very patient. You're just going to work the cutters, work the off-the-ball movement. And there it is again as Geyer gets it to go. It's a 9-point lead, largest of the night for the Trojans.
Yeah, once again, our 2 post defenders are standing out above the free throw line, guarding people that will never shoot from out there. Got to be able to protect the basket.
Black has the ball back up top to Finley. Finley gets it to Wolf. She had the shot if she wanted it, but she gets it to Spiegel, and Spiegel knocks it down. And we're going to get a timeout right away. 30-second timeout for Coach Weinrich, so we're going to take it with him. We'll be right back right after this.
inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
We're back into Shenandoah, Rexroth Court. Coach, Spiegel knocks down a big 3 here in this near corner, cut the lead back down to 6. Phillies need to up the pressure defensively and attack maybe offensively. Drive and dish. It seems like post play is going to be kind of non-existent. Maybe a save for offensive rebounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're just doubling and tripling the posts when we get it in there. So the drives got to be essential right now. Somebody that can put the ball on the floor. Great job by Spiegel. She's very undersized in that matchup against Harder, but Harder is definitely not the ball handler, and Spiegel's able to take the ball away from her. Senior pilfering the freshman there, and the Phillies have a chance to cut it down to a 4 or 3 point lead. Skip pass to Spiegel, who just made one. That's off to the left a little bit, and that's a displacement call on Evelyn. That's my favorite call now, Coach.
Yeah, Evelyn definitely trying to play through her. Atlantic did a really good job of boxing out right there. And so now we're going to see some little offense and defensive switching for the Phillies here early in the fourth quarter.
I feel like with the lineup that's on the floor right now, a lot of athlete on the floor at all 5 positions. This could be kind of that roadrunner type situation. And there you go. You get the steal right away. Finley, Black, Rogers, Burdorf, and, looks like Rogers going out, and Wolf. All 5 of them very athletic in that defense, that pressure defense. Shouldn't get a lot of blow-bys on the offensive end.
No, absolutely. They played a really good job of pressure defense at St. Albert on Friday night. So, again, that athletic group, longer arms out there, getting some deflections, leading to steals.
That's a tough pass by Black. Got it to Wolf. Wolf couldn't finish. And Shenandoah back on defense. Geyer has it in the corner. Bring the ball back up top. Gets it to Jensen, who's guarded now by Spiegel. And now it's going to be back to Nicholson on the drive. And Geyer, easy finish on the baseline. And we're going to get a timeout by Atlantic. Coach, we'll stay here for this timeout. We got 30 seconds to discuss. I'll talk for 5 of those seconds. You can talk for the other 25. 37-29. Atlantic's getting you off the dribble defensively, but we'll talk about that later. Offensively, what do we got to see the ball go in the basket? Obviously, easy thing is make shots, but what do we got to see?
Right, absolutely. Just faster ball movement along the wing. If we throw it into that high post, be ready to reverse it, kick it out to that opposite wing, and then dribble drive and be ready to dish it to the backside post from that position. So we've shown sparks of brilliance of knowing where to go, right? But we play with some younger kids sometimes, or people that don't necessarily play those positions of cutting on the backside. They stand around the wing. So we got to get girls really cutting hard from the backside.
Phillies have the ball after the timeout, and it's going to be back into the corner to Spiegel. No shot there. So we revert, and there's probably not going to be a lot of shots in the corner against a 2-3. If they are, they're going to be contested. Your wing shot on the reversals there, but Finley can't get it, and Wolf luckily didn't pick up a cheap foul there. But offensive rebound, no go, and Trojans looking to push, but they've been very patient all night, so I would imagine they're going to stay very patient, run their half-court set. It looks like that was Harder, nearly traveled over here on the right wing. Looked like she shuffled the pivot feet, but we'll move on. Woodward has it over to Nicholson, back to Woodward. Again, very patient. And there's Jensen right in the middle of the lane. Fortunate for the Phillies as she missed. And Black's bringing it up. She got it between the circles, gets it to Spiegel. Can't get it inside. But again, got to move the ball quick, like you had mentioned. It's one thing to get the ball back to the top. It's another thing to hold it there, as Burdorf for the three, just off, and it's going to be fought for and won by the Phillies. The drive by Black, no good. Rebound by Wolf, and she can't put it in. 3 opportunities there for the Phillies. Can't cash in. Lids on the basket here in quarter number 4. Really, this whole second half. And we're going to get another official's timeout. So wardrobe malfunctions galore tonight, Coach.
Yeah, I don't know what is falling from the ceiling or what is coming
Confetti?
out on the court. Yeah, I don't know where things are coming from.
So 3 new Phillies in. Chloe Denton in for the first time. Rogers and Stevens checking back in. So not a real point guard. I mean, Denton can be a point guard, and Rogers can bring it up. I mean, they got kids that can bring it up the floor. But we'll see kind of how that plays out. Denton, pretty quick kid, good defender in the full court on the press. But Stevens called for the reach. When you get out there and guard the ball, you got to be able to move the feet. And that time she got a little too close, a little too far away from the basket.
Right, absolutely. Understand live ball, dead ball, right? Have some pressure, but also be in a defensive position that you're able to move and keep the ball in front of you versus getting beat off the dribble.
So now Razy and Green will check in, and Burdorf and Wolf will sit down. And the free throw no good, and that's what you bring in Razy for. That's what you bring in Green for, is to block out. Nobody put a backside in anybody there, and they get the offensive rebound, a chance to choose some more clock and get a chance for the layup. That's a really good play by Rogers, but we're a long ways away. Maybe it may have been some contact down below, but up top, that was pretty clean.
Yeah, it looked pretty clean. He did call it on the arm. That's just an athletic girl. Sometimes, as an official, you can almost talk yourself into making that call because you don't believe a girl is athletic enough to make that play.
Now, you're the rules expert, so I'm going to ask you, isn't the hand considered an extension of the ball, or is that not a thing in high school? Because in college,
the ball's the ball.
In college, the ball in his hand is an extension of the ball. That's what they say. Anyways, we'll move on. So Jensen split the pair. Razy traveled. Yep, she did a little hop, and then the power dribble. And a couple of times this season, she's gotten away with that, but not this time.
It was a good job to get it into the post there. It was going to lead to a pretty good shot. Just moved her feet a little bit too early and traveled.
Could be a home run shot here. And there it is. There's your home run shot if Jensen can see her. And it's up and just missed. Fortunate again for the Phillies. When you have all 4 up in the front court, that's when you're going to get that home run shot every once in a while. Phillies desperate need of a basket here, and Rogers got away with a walk there, it looked like. Skip pass to Stevens to Finley, the drive on the baseline. Rogers taking it up again to Stevens, 3-ball. That's really on a line right there. But there's Finley with the offensive board, but she was blocked, and we're going to get a foul, looked like on Chloe Denton. Having our chances the last 3-4 possessions offensively, I mean, we're missing wide open threes, or we're just missing a bunch of bunnies down low on the blocks.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked as we came back into the fourth quarter about getting shot opportunities. The Phillies are definitely getting shot opportunities, just not cashing in right now.
So that's going to be harder at the line for a 1-and-1. She misses the front end, and good job by Lene Green to get the possession back for the Phillies. Phillies got to be pushing on offense right now. There's not enough time to be passive, and that's a great feed into the post, and Lene Green chips the lead down to just 7 with 2:21 to go in quarter number 4. And Jensen has the ball. Looks like they're trying to set up a trap. They get to steal, and Finley looks like just loses the ball and maybe tried to go a little too quick that time. But those are some of those hidden possessions in the game where you get to steal, you have a wide open shot, and you just kind of fumble the ball a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great effort. Got a trap with Denton, and Finley got the steal. Just have to possess the ball there and make sure you end up with a basket.
And Woodward saves another steal, at least for the time being, and they're going to get a foul, and Woodward will go to the line. So this could be, we talked about in the third quarter, I mentioned that the game could be won or lost for the Phillies at the line. double bonus time for Atlantic for the next 2 minutes. I mean, this could be a game won or lost at the line for them.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that Coach Weinrich and the Phillies are going to extend this game as long as possible and see if they can get Atlantic to miss a couple here at the free throw line.
Well, Woodward doesn't help us there. She knocks down the front end. But these are two teams, I mean, as far as varsity bound is concerned, struggle from the line on the year. Atlantic 46%, Shenandoah 44%, so less than half going in. And to that statistic, you're a stats guy, 46% is less than half, I think, right?
That is true.
And Green, smart to get rid of the ball. She was about to walk with it, but now we got to push the pace. And there's a shot in the corner from Stevens. That would have been a big shot. Rebound by Jensen. So 39-31, a minute 45. Got to have some pressure on the basketball here. And you can't worry about getting beat on the dribble now. You gotta be pretty aggressive. And that Green, probably the smart thing there. She was going to get beat. You got to foul, put them on the line because we got 1:38 to go, and you're down by 3 possessions.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to probably run some people at the ball handler, try to trap, get a deflection. You're probably not going to be able to play one-on-one defense here. You're probably going to have to leave somebody behind and try to come up with the deflection to lead to a steal.
7 points now for for Peyton Harder, and she makes the second, so it's a double-digit lead. The throttle needs to be to the floor if you are the Phillies. So the clock is ticking, and we're going to have man-to-man here for Atlantic right now. They don't want to give up any wide-open threes, and that's a good drive that time from Stevens, and she'll go to the line, and I think they're going to say 2 shots there. So an opportunity right now to shoot 2 free throws, get a couple points here with the clock stopped with 1:20 to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you got to cash in here at the free throw line.
They did call a timeout on the floor. Coach, we're going to take a 30-second break, so we'll be right back. This will be our last timeout of this ball game unless we go to overtime. Be right back.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
We're back in, ladies and gentlemen, 1:20 to go in the ball game. Phillies down by 10, 41-31. Cassidy Stevens will be at the line to shoot a pair with the clock stopped, down by 10. Coach, attitude, thoughts for what the kids need to be doing here in the last 1:20 to try to come back and sneak one out.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to have to make some shots here at the free throw line. Again, try to trap and get a deflection. Try to get a steal that leads to an easy look or a kick out 3. And then if we don't get a trap and a deflection and a steal, we're going to have to foul and extend this game as long as possible.
And Stevens knocks down the front end of her 2 free throws. So now it's back to a single-digit game, 9-point game. It's one of the worst things for shooters to give them the ball and then ask for it back.
Absolutely.
That's a pet peeve of mine. You have your own. I have my own. And missing the second one, but the offensive rebound by Finley. But again, push. If we're Shenandoah, push. You got to look to push, to drive, to shoot. And nice drive by Rogers. Nothing there for Finley. You had the shot if you were Stevens, but a good drive from Finley and into hands. Geyer stepped on the line. Good call by the official. So you got 107, all guards on the floor right now for Shenandoah. Shouldn't have any issues getting a shot or getting a drive. But that was the problem on that possession.
Yeah, you got 5 girls on the floor that can shoot threes and hopefully play strong enough defense to get deflections and steals.
I mean, that's the key, though. You just don't have time. You got to put the shots up, and nearly banked in a 3 did Stevens, and could have been called jump. But I think aggressively coming in there, you're going to get that foul called. That's going to send Woodward back to the line, and that's going to be on Burdorf, I believe. That's only her first. She can be very aggressive the last 56 seconds.
Yeah, all these girls that are on the court can be super aggressive. Rogers has 3, but everybody else has 2 or 1, so they can all be super aggressive here on the defensive end.
Woodward knocks down the front end of her 2 shots, and it's going to be Green, Spiegel, and Black checking back into the game. It's going to take out Finley and Rogers, and Stevens. There she goes. There she goes. I was counting 6.
You did a good job.
Thanks. Thanks, boss. And Woodward knocks down both, so 11-point lead, largest of the night for Atlantic. 50 seconds and counting. And again, just kind of a lot of standing. And there's a ball screen. Black has the shot, knocks it down. 8-point game, timeout on the floor. Coach, we're going to stay right here. I don't want to lie to the people. These are our people. I don't want to lie to the people. I said we weren't going to take another break, so we'll stay here. Down by 8. Looks like we've got 1 timeout left for Shenandoah. Both teams in the bonus. Atlantic in the double bonus. Down by 3 or 4 possessions as we nearly lost our multi-million-dollar camera there, but good catch by Brody. Good job, man. Everybody okay over there? We're good? False alarm? We're good. Coach?
We're okay.
We're good. Coach, give me some thoughts here. This next defensive possession for the Phillies.
Yeah, again, they're going to have to trap. Obviously, deny the ball inbounds, and then trap immediately and try to get a deflection or a quick jump ball. The possession arrow does go to Atlantic, but again, if we're trying to get a deflection, try to get a steal, and then see what happens from there.
You know, I think something, too, that officials will do in a situation like this is that they know the foul's coming, so they'll be a little bit maybe quicker with the whistle when maybe you do get a clean steal or you do get the tie-up. So you got to figure if you don't get a clean steal right away, it's going to be free throws on the other end.
Absolutely.
That was a good point.
That was really good.
All right, just like the rebound thing, right? The backside rebounds.
You've made a lot of good points today.
Well, every once in a while. Jensen gets the ball in and 2, and that's a big and 1 harder. It's just like our 4 across, but it's just a 4 stack. And when they get the ball in, Harder's just bailing, and that's an easy run out. Maybe that's why she averages 16 points a game.
Yeah, that was a really good job of breaking the press right there, and obviously we didn't want to foul and get an and 1. That's not what we want to do, and put Atlantic at the free throw line again.
Well, that's going to put 3 Trojans now in double figures as Harder's got 10, Geyer has 10, and Jensen has 20, and now 11 for Peyton Harder as this looks like it's just going to be kind of playing out the rest of the clock here as Denton has the ball in the corner off of Jensen, and a good save by Jensen, and then the foul by Denton will send Jensen to the line. I don't know what her career high is, but pretty good night for number 32 in gold, and just a junior, so she's got a whole nother year left of eligibility.
Yeah, she's really athletic. She plays numerous sports for the Trojans, so definitely a showcase night for her.
Misses the front end. It's 4th foul on Lene Green. Just doing my job. We don't have it up on the screen. We don't have that, but not that it's going to matter a ton, but Jensen splits the pair. 12-point ball game. Black brings it up the floor. 20 seconds to go in the ball game. Black trying to get the ball inside. Nowhere to go with it. Gets it to Denton. Quick reversal to Bergdorf. And Spiegel had it in the corner. Thought about the shot, but you got to put them up. You got to make something happen. And freshman to freshman over there on the far side. Lene Green got it to go. That's a tough shot by Green. And that's probably going to be the final. And yes, it will. The horn will sound. Phillies drop the home contest 47-37. We're going to step aside. We'll come back with some post-game right after this.
Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Kane, the real boss at Going Plumbing, but don't tell my mom and dad. I'd like to talk to you about tankless water heaters with endless hot water. If low energy bills and higher home values are important to you, you might consider a more efficient tankless water heater from Going Plumbing. Call 712-246-1803 and they can help you find the right system for you. Plus, Going Plumbing is the only one to call for issues with boiler heat. 24-hour on-call service from Going Plumbing. Tell them the boss sent you.
Welcome back into Shenandoah, Rexroth Court, 47-37. Atlantic comes into Shenandoah and steals one away from the Phillies as the Phillies drop to 5-4 going into Christmas break. Coach, final thoughts about the game. I don't want to say it went the way we thought it was going to go because I don't think it did. But what are your initial reactions, gut reactions to the game?
Yeah, I think the 2-3 zone maybe threw the Phillies off a little bit in the first half, and then with the switch to the 3-2, the Phillies never really got to that short corner offense and got their post players involved. Green finishes a 3-for-3 night. She finishes with 6 points all in the second half. There in the post, but to not get any more post points tonight really hurt the Phillies on the offensive end. Defensive end, we got to be able to stop the dribble drive all the way to the basket. Somebody's got to be there waiting. I appreciate the effort of the guards getting up and guarding people in the face, but we got to have somebody on the back end of that. The Phillies go into the break, have some things to work on, but they'll get back on track in the second half for sure.
Yeah, it's. I think it's something that they're going to be facing all year. This last week maybe was a snapshot of what to expect throughout the rest of this season. Everybody has huddle. Everybody sees game film. Everybody's seen these kids play. They look at the stats too. They know what is and isn't working right now, and what's working is getting the ball inside to the post and pounding the ball in the paint. The guards are going to have to make shots. The guards are going to have to make drives. We're going to see these compacted zones a lot more than that straight-up man-to-man a lot this year. I think the break can do nothing but help those kids, learning how to play in that system where they're going to be relied upon to make shots.
Yeah, absolutely. And, tonight we knocked down some threes. That's the complementary piece that we're looking for, right? And so we hit 8 of 18 from beyond the arc, but we only get 7 shots total from our post players, not counting obviously the ones where we got to the free throw line, right? We did have a couple opportunities that led to the free throw line, but when you only shoot 3 for 6, 8, 10, 3 for 12 at the free throw line, that's not going to get it done either.
No, when you lose by 10 and you miss 9 free throws, right? 9's at 3 for 12. Yeah, that makes it tough. Give me some final stats tonight, and then we'll part ways for a little bit.
Yep, Finley finishes with 8 points. She hits a couple threes. Black finishes with 7. Spiegel finishes with 9. Sorry, I missed her. She finishes with 9 to lead the way for the Phillies with 3 threes. Green finishes with 6. Cassidy Stevens ends up with 2 3-pointers for 6 points. And Berdorf ends up with 1. Ava Wolf, she only got 3 shot attempts up, not counting the 1 attempt that she ended up at the free throw line. But she finishes with 10 rebounds to lead the way for the Phillies on that piece. Rogers and Spiegel both end up with 3 steals, leading the way on the defensive side. A little bit too many turnovers, but again, we got to get the post involved. They've got to be able to get up more than 7 shots, and then add that complementary piece of the 8 of 18 at the 3-point line. You've got a really good Phillies ball club.
We're going to step aside, and we'll be back in about 12 minutes or so as the Mustangs take on the Trojans, as we hope to try to get a split out of this deal. So we'll be back in about 11 and a half minutes. So long for now, everybody. Welcome back in, Mustang fans. We're about 30 seconds away from starting lineup introductions here, as it is, if our camera guy could maybe zoom in on the coaches here for Shenandoah. It looks like it's ugly sweater night here at Rex Roth Court. I'll clear this guy out of the way. Take a look at those handsome guys right there, really getting into the Christmas spirit, so good for them. Good job. We almost lost the camera in the first game, so fortunately our camera guys got quick hands or something.
We're going to have to maybe put a tethering device on it or something.
Just a net underneath.
Yeah, make sure it doesn't go over.
But I digress. We're going to move on. So starting lineups tonight for the Mustangs. It's going to be the same starting lineup that we've had all season long to this point, Coach. In the backcourt, sophomore Nolan Mount and Bo Gartner, kind of a slash mix-in guard post, Blake Harold, and then you have Zach Foster and Evan Holmes. What are we looking for here for the Mustangs? Both teams coming in with not so sparkling records, 2-5 for Atlantic, and then we already know what we've had so far for the Mustangs. But what do the Mustangs got to do to get a win here?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that it all starts on the defensive end for the Mustangs, right? We've seen that here over the first couple of games. If they play well at the defensive end, it typically leads to some positive things at the offensive end, but making sure that we take care of the ball when we have it on the offensive end, work the ball until you get a good shot. Again, I think the goal for the Mustangs is to try to keep a game in the 30s, right? And you got to play defense first, and then possess it at the offensive end, and then you can have some success.
I mean, obviously we won the game we played against Essex, and that's great. I think the game I was most impressed with was one that we did when they played Clarinda. Clarinda's significantly better than Essex was, but we hung right in there, blow for three and a half quarters. Clarinda kind of pulled away there at the end, but I was really impressed. And again, like you said, defensive effort. The shots, kind of like the girls' game, the shots need to start falling, but defense travels.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can play strong, solid defense, those quick hands, trying to get some turnovers or at least force some bad shots, that turns into positive things at the offensive end. Even if the ball doesn't go in the basket for the Mustangs, it typically leads to better shot selection for the Mustangs at the offensive end.
And, one thing that's always an advantage for the Mustangs is the other team doesn't know we have half a dozen left-handers.
That's true. I was actually talking to Coach Campbell about that today, and he did not know that, and he did not listen in to our conversation of that game. And I think he was here earlier, so I don't know if he's listening again or if he's here at the game, but he was absolutely amazed by our amazing statistic of that.
Good drive by Harold as he misses the layup there, and Templeton gets a rebound for Atlantic, and then it's lost by McLaren. I remember McLaren from our Friday Night Football games. He was running wild for Atlantic, so hopefully that's not the case tonight as Shenandoah looks to maybe settle down a little bit. Good drive, a little float shot by Mountain. It goes. So the Mustangs on the board first. Two good drives early for the Mustangs.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good shot selection there by Mustangs on both of their first two possessions. Drive hard to the basket and see if Atlantic has somebody at the basket that can stop them.
Those are the only two right-handers we have on the floor right now, and they're the ones taking the drives. Good rebound by Holmes as the three-pointers missed by Atlantic. I don't know if I'll ever stop talking about that. That's just amazing.
Something to talk about all season.
Yeah, Gardner with the drive, a really good drive, and this time dishes out to the corner. Foster going in, and he gets away. Maybe got fouled. Maybe Templeton got away. Rasmussen maybe got away with a little shove there.
Yeah, that's a hard foul or a hard travel to call because you can't see the ball on the other side and whether or not that guy had his hand pinned down. And I think the official on the ball side was going to let him play through it.
And Caden Anderson nearly turned the ball over, gets the ball to Rasmussen, gets it back up to Ethan Sturm. Sturm in the middle of the lane and bounces around no good. And Foster with the rebound. Mustangs looking to push, and Harold driving with the left. A little dump-off pass to Holmes. looked like Harold lost the ball kind of going up there and then passed it down to the feet of Holmes there.
Yeah, I think Holmes was expecting Harold to take it all the way to the basket, and Harold
Dunk it.
lost the ball a little bit and then tried to feed it back through, and Holmes wasn't ready, and it led to a jump ball.
Everybody's wanting to see the dunk, so I don't blame Holmes a bit for that. So just over 6 minutes to go. A good entry pass to the post. McLaren had it, gets it to Rasmussen up top. He lost it going up, but that's going to be off of, looks like Foster. Both teams right now able to get into the paint. Atlantic hasn't made them. We've made them pay once. Both sides defensively need to sharpen up a little bit. Little jab step, little 10-footer just off by Templeton. Rebounded by Harold as he brings the ball up the floor. It's kind of that guard forward. Gets it to Mount again on the drive. And I like the drive from Mount. Mount's being aggressive early. Not keeping his head down, but just being aggressive on the drive. He knows he can take his guy, and he's doing it.
Yeah, turning the corner and going all the way hard to the basket. Absolutely. That's we've talked about this in previous games. That's his best offensive weapon is to go hard to the basket, turn that corner, and get all the way to the rim.
So Atlantic, with 5:30 to go in the first quarter, still looking for their first basket. Mustangs, as you mentioned in the pregame, Coach, trying to get it done on the defensive end as we get a quick whistle there as Templeton probably lost it on the way up into bodies. Not really a reach there. Looked like just kind of threw it up maybe into like a love handle there and ends up getting the benefit of the call.
Yeah, Holmes just kind of stuck his arm out there, and I think the ball would have bounced out of bounds or definitely coming up. And his arms just came up into Holmes on the foul.
Step back three from Templeton, good. And Shenandoah down by just one right now. And Mitchell Jones into the game. He nearly knocked it down. Good hustle by Harold to get the offensive rebound. Jones again to Foster in the corner. And now Nolan Mount has the ball, working the ball on the right wing. Looking to double on the drive, but gets a good pass to Harold in the middle of the lane. So that's what we talked about, being aggressive but not having your head down. And you get the little dump down and easy bucket.
Yeah, good pick and roll there at the top of the key, taking advantage of Harold's size. Good
ball movement for Atlantic as it was Sturm getting the ball into, looked like Caden Anderson for the easy two. And it's 5-4. Offense is starting to pick things up a little bit.
Yeah, both teams doing a good job of moving the ball on the offensive end for sure.
Mount's getting guarded up top to Foster right at the top. And nice little drive, but just short on the lay-in attempt by Gardner. And it's Rasmussen looking to run, and we got a charge call. It's a good hustle going back by Foster, and we'll get the charge call and going the other way.
Yeah, really good job of Foster hustling back there and setting his feet and letting that guy run right into him.
It looks like it's going to be Gardner getting a break, and Mitchell Jones, he'll be bringing the ball. Well, I don't think he'll be bringing the ball up, but he'll be receiving the inbound. And he gets it right back to Nolan Mount. So we're just over 4 minutes to go, just halfway done with quarter number 1, 5-4. Good competitive start to this ball game. Again, a ball screen at the top and a bump on the floor. That time that was Dayton Templeton bumping Blake Harold. So 2 quick fouls already for Atlantic.
A really good job of the Mustangs recognizing that Harold definitely has a size advantage no matter which Trojan ends up on him, that he can pick and roll and then take advantage of that size getting all the way to the basket.
A good drive by Harold. Maybe tried to get a little too fancy there on the shot, so it goes off, and Atlantic looking to run again here. Now they're in their half-court set, and good hands by Harold, and Harold going up and lays it in. Good find by Mount and good finish by Harold.
Again, it started all at the defensive end. Got the deflection and the steal and then the run-out layup.
And we're going to get a walk by Rasmussen. So Atlantic right now, the last few possessions, a little out of sorts.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, we keep talking about the Mustangs putting pressure on the defensive end, doing a good job of expanding that zone, putting some pressure on Atlantic.
So Atlantic takes their first time out of the game. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
Welcome back in. First time out by Atlantic just taken, and Shenandoah will have the ball coming out on the side here. And Nolan Mount bringing the ball up for the Mustangs. And the two-pointer is good, so knocking it down, and the largest lead so far of the night for the Mustangs, 8-5.
Yeah, really good job of just getting the ball to the high post to Harold, and he knocks down the little jumper.
Sturm has the ball, skips it over to Rasmussen, who gets it into Prohl, who checks into the game for the first time. Skip pass to Sturm. Rasmussen again shuffled the puppies a little bit there, got away with it, and now the ball's back into Templeton's hands. Tried a lob off the side of the rim, and fortunate break for the Mustangs as they now have possession. And Mount looking to drive, got stopped. Good defense there by Sturm. And kind of a reverse ball screen there, a little jump stop, and gets it back to Mount. So kind of slowing things down a little bit here. Didn't have anything initially. And we'll see what happens here on the drive. The little dump to Harold. No good. Maybe one more dribble that time to clear the trash there for Harold, as it looks like Atlantic. Now they're going to maintain possession there, but yeah, it looked like down here, one more dribble for Harold to get on the other side of the basket.
Right, just keep going and finishing with your left hand or going up there with two hands there to finish at the rim versus trying to shoot. He just kind of sideways in the air and tried to scoop shot it in there.
The ball's into Pellet, Carter Pellet. Pellet got the ball to Rasmussen, now gets the ball inside, and it's good. That was Jackson McLaren knocking it down. Back to a 1-point game. 2 minutes to go. Really competitive first quarter, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams are finding their way to the basket, just being really patient at the offensive end.
Good fight for the rebound. Mustangs win the fight. Mount with a little mini fader from about 15 feet, knocks it down. It's back to a 3-point game at 10-7. Rasmussen has the ball, gets the ball back up to Prohl, back to Rasmussen, working on this 3-2 zone, trying to find those shots. And sometimes with this zone, if you can be active in the zone, it makes it a little more difficult to find those open looks. And now Sturm has the ball back up top, looking to reset. Prohl has it, gets it down to the other McLaren. Sturm back to Rasmussen. Really good defensive possession and a good patient offensive possession for Atlantic. Doing a pretty good job on both sides. Now Rasmussen going in for the drive. Not there. The follow up and good by Carter Pellet. I don't know if he meant to swish it from a foot away, but he did.
Yeah, somehow the ball came down to him on the offensive rebound and just tossed it back up there, and it went through.
So 1-point game, 45 seconds to go in the game. Pellet guarding Harold. Mount has it, one dribble, gets it to Holmes. Holmes passing back to Jones, got away with the travel, but he turned it over, and we're going to get a foul called right at the half-court line with 33 seconds to go. That possession, one of the few times this first quarter it's looked a little disjointed for the Mustangs.
Yeah, absolutely. It got all the way over to Jones in the corner, and then he dribbled to an area that he probably doesn't want to be in. He kind of came all the way into the elbow. Just needed to continue to ball reversal all the way around the three-point line and continue to work the possession.
So we're just under 30 seconds here in quarter number one. Pellet gets it to McLaren, and the reach-in foul is going to be called there on Holmes. I don't mind the reach-in there, trying to go for the ball, but they did call it, so that'll be his second. He needs to be careful. They're not super deep down in the post, but Holman will come in right now.
Yeah, in that situation, I don't mind that they called it a foul, but that official on the baseline is looking through his back there. Hard to call that, but I do think it was a foul.
The shot by Garrett McLaren off, and now we've got 10 seconds here with Shenandoah with the ball, and Foster trying to dribble through some trash. Gets a screen from Holman. Holman running the lane, didn't see him, and now Foster loses the ball. McLaren shoots it up, and it's way off to the left. So that'll end quarter number one as it nearly hit photographer down there. Hopefully he didn't get hit, and if he did, hopefully he's all right. So end of one, your Mustangs have a 1-point lead. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
Very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Way I pay to spray. What did you say? Pay to spray, custom application? Oh, input costs can get pretty high. I want to buy my own sprayer with automatic boom shut off and really big booms. Gotta love some big booms. The ag economy's down, but I'm bullish and my numbers are good. So what do you think? Let's make it happen.
The ride to your dreams is easier with the right partner. Bank Iowa. Let's make it happen.
We're back in. Shenandoah has the ball. Nolan Mount gets the ball to Clayton Holman in the corner. Good drive by the big man. Just a little short on the shot. But I really like the drive and the aggressiveness the Mustangs are playing with here in this game. The size advantage is to our advantage so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Just continue to drive hard to the basket and get a couple of shots to fall.
Pellet had a good little float shot there, but just in and out. They get it back to Pellet and one. So Jackson McLaren finding Pellet on the little give and go, the little pocket pass, and Pellet has a chance to give, looks like, well, I'm a little off on the score. They're off on the score. I think they're off on the score. I've got it 9-.
That's because you just gave us
I
those 2
did.
points.
See, I'm thinking about other things, I guess. So the shot goes in. I got the scoreboard right. It's 12-10. Oh, sorry, Coach.
That's all right. I'll give you that one.
Fair enough. Mount has the ball on the left wing, goes back up to the top between the circles, over to Foster. He likes that shot. Bam! Knocked it down. Back and forth first half. 7 minutes to go until halftime. Both these teams are very even up.
Yeah, Mount with his 3rd assist already there. Again, that's the first shot outside of, 10 feet by the Mustangs.
And Templeton, he says, anything you can do, I can do better. He just knocked one down to give Atlantic back their 2-point lead. And Nolan Mount breaks the press, gets it to Harold. Back to Foster. Foster goes up, got blocked by Jackson McLaren. Good play by Atlantic's big man. And looking to run as the other McLaren got it stolen, and now Mount's looking to run. Pull up floater, no good. Good hustle by Gardner, and he laid it in. He was on the left side of the basket, Coach. Laid it in with his left hand. I don't think Jackson McLaren was expecting that.
Yeah, he did a great job of hustling for the rebound.
And another triple for Atlantic. So the hoops seem to be getting larger for both teams right now. We're getting back and forth points, but that's something we can't have as Carter Pellet gets the steal and the run out, and nearly an and one as Gardner picks up a foul.
Yeah, the Mustangs have done a good job of not turning the ball over. Turn it over there right at half court leads to a run out by Atlantic.
So Carter Pellet coming off the bench tonight. Now he's got 6 points now, so he's done a really good job for Atlantic off the bench. They've got 19 points. He's got 6 of them, so he's got a third of their points coming off the bench. I don't know what his normal averages are, but pretty good showing for Pell. They're not going to give him that. They're going to say lane violation, looks like. I believe that was the call.
Yeah, he wiped it off, said he was on the line.
Mount brings the ball up, passes it to Holmes, back to Mount. Mount going on the drive, got it tapped away and saved by Gardner. And now Harold has it to Foster. Good little ball movement, player movement. And Foster gets it to go again, Coach, on the left side of the basket, and he's left-handed. Makes it easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Did a really good job and overplayed his left shoulder and able to turn and face and shoot it left-handed for that easy 2.
And Pellet knocks another one down, so he didn't get credit for the second free throw, but he did get credit for that one. So 8 points for Pellet, And now Harold has the ball on the right side. That's probably a charge. No. They're going to call the block. I'm just going to rewind the tape and say that was definitely a block. Good call by the officials. And Blake Harold going to the line for 2.
Yeah, Harold just put his head down and went hard. And it's actually kind of like one of those maybe no calls because he did slide by him, and maybe the Atlanta guy flopped a little bit, thinking that he was going to get hit. You see that guy coming down the lane, I'm going to get out of the way, too, and he kind of slid over and then flopped.
I said,
so maybe
clearly a block.
Sure.
Clearly.
I'm getting out of the way either way.
Yep. Harold knocks down a pair, so 21-19. Back and forth, tightly contested first half for both of these teams. Been a lot of fun to watch. Templeton has the ball at the top, gets it to McLaren, and Pellet got to find a way to cover that kid. He's now in double figures with 10 points, just running that high post really, really well.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job there right in that high post area getting open looks.
And Harold got going a little too quick that time, maybe tried to do a little too much that time and gets the turnover and then gets called for the foul. I believe that's only his first. I could be wrong. I don't know. We'll let you know. Oh, it's number 2 for him, and we got a timeout on the floor so we can reassess the foul situation. So we're going to take a timeout with him. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Second. Welcome back to Shenandoah High School, Rexroth Court. 23-19. Shenandoah down by 4 points on defense. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a man-to-man, so maybe Coach Soderberg seeing that Pellet was kind of taking it to him there on that 2-3 zone. They switched to the man-to-man, see if we can get a sudden change, turnover, or stop here. Templeton gets stopped, tried the backdoor pass to Rasmussen, and there you go. So good timeout. Change it up a little bit on defense. You get the turnover, see if you can pay it off on the other end.
Yeah, did a really good job of just, again, those active hands leading to a turnover.
And just as the Mustangs drew it up, right off the hands of a Trojan and into the hands of Gardner, but then we get the turnover on the other side as Templeton's going to the basket. Nice little jump stop floater, but no good. And Mount with the rebound. And he's got time to bring it up the floor, and we'll get a reach-in foul going around the back there with Templeton. I believe that's 2 on Templeton. Yeah, it is. So that's something he needs to be careful with. He'll take a seat here for a little while. But Mustangs, when they're under control, they're doing just fine. It's when they get too sped up that they're having some problems.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one thing to take off from the three-point line and go hard, turn the corner and go hard to the basket. Maybe don't want to play as fast out in the open court for sure.
So Harold picked up his dribble right in front of the timeline and then actually made a pretty good pass. And Foster did a pretty good job of cutting back to the basket, but just off of Foster's hands, and it's a turnover.
Yeah, Foster got a little excited about being able to score right there, catch the ball first, and then make that one hard power dribble back into a position to score.
Sturm to Rasmussen, back to McLaren. Sturm gets it again, and there's Pellet. Got to guard that man. Holy cow. Have a night, young fella.
Yeah, he is playing really well and is feeling it for sure.
Maybe he's always been awesome, but he just didn't start. Or maybe he did start and I didn't see it, but I'm pretty sure he didn't start. I'm going to look. You got this. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, you want me to do a play-by-play?
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Okay, so Mustangs inbound it to Mitchell Jones, and he travels with it. Just got a little too quick. He wanted to make a quick pass to a cutter. Got a little ahead of himself, turns it over. So Atlantic takes the ball over. 3:47 left to go here in the first half.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah, but now you're covering up the names of the Atlantic players, so I don't know them. But Atlantic turns the ball over at half court. Again, they made a pass to back, and then the ball gets lost by the dribbler and gets it pushed back into the backcourt.
Okay, on the season, Carter Pellet a junior, no starts, so he's not a starter. 39 points in 7 games. So by my math, it's a little less than 5 points a game, or right about 5 points a game. Cat's got 13 tonight. Have a game, young fella.
Yeah, feeling it for sure. He's 7 of 22 from distance, and he just hit one a little bit earlier. So having a night.
Selfishly, as a Shenandoah broadcaster, I hope it doesn't continue, but for him, good on him. He's had a heck of a night.
Yeah,
and this is the most watched YouTube live stream in Iowa, so he's going to get a lot of eyes on this. Probably not.
Where did you get that stat from?
The chat room, the YouTube chat. I still don't think that's a thing, Coach. You're the camera guy. Your boy says it's a thing. I've never seen it. I digress. Shenandoah has the ball. They are down by, we are right on the scoreboard, so they're down by 7. Mount has the ball, nearly got it stolen away by Sturm, and this time, nearly. That's 5-on-4 now. Mount shoots a 3-pointer, no good, and they're calling Gardner on a foul. I know you hate that foul call. We won't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but it's still a foul, and we're going the other way.
Yeah, we're going to go to the other end, shoot 1-and-1. There, again, 2 guys going up strong for rebound. I would say that Gardner probably did slap him across the arm there, but I'm more in favor of just giving the ball to the right team and continuing the game of basketball versus going and watching this guy shoot free throws.
And that was one of those instances where the rebound went to the same side as the shot. So one of those 40%ers. You haven't been paying attention to that, have you?
Did it go the other way?
No, it went to the same side. This is one of
the same side.
Yeah, that's why Gardner fouled.
I think I was writing down a stat.
Well, Pellet just knocked down a pair, and there's a steal by McLaren. A little float shot, no good, but rebound by Harold looking to run, and Harold going all the way in, and a good strip there by Sturm. Back and forth we go. McLaren going all the way to Pellet. You probably want to guard that kid. My goodness. Holy cow. Wow. For the first time all year, Coach, I might be speechless, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back into Shenandoah. Coach, the last 2 or 3 minutes of this second quarter, all Atlantic, and more specifically, all Carter Pellet.
All Carter Pellet for sure. He's having one heck of a night. We're going to do some quick research at halftime and see what his career high is. But 17 here already in the first half, and I'm not keeping track of their makes and misses, but I don't feel like he's missed very much. A lot of things going through for Carter Pellet right now.
Probably about the worst thing that's happened for him is he was on the line on a free throw that he made. We're going to get a jump ball, and that possession arrow will go back to Atlantic. So Atlantic will gain possession, so a turnover by the Mustangs. But yeah, I don't know. He's probably missed a shot, but even the one bad thing I can remember, he made the shot. His just foot was on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. Taken off the board by the official.
3-pointer right at the top of the key by Colton Rasmussen. And looks like we're going to get a foul on Gardner, perhaps. Maybe an offensive foul, a 2-hand shove there. I didn't see it. I was watching the inbound.
He was literally just cutting across the lane, and the Atlantic kid was coming to guard the ball out of bounds, and they just collided. A very incidental contact. I think if you go back and watch that, very incidental contact.
Yeah, offensive foul, there shouldn't be free throws on an offensive foul.
But the ball is not on offense when the ball's out of bounds.
That's true. And McLaren going into the lane, no good. Rebound by Foster. Shenandoah's down by 14 right now, but they can't get it all back at once. They really got to slow down here on the offensive end. This press that Atlantic's put on him has really sped him up, and when we play fast, which happened against Clarinda a little bit, where we kind of got out of sorts, we tend to turn it over a little bit or take some maybe not so desirable shots.
Right, and we're up to 12 turnovers already by my count. And it does lead to a situation where we want to take care of the ball in the offensive end to lead to quality shots, and we can't go long times without scoring.
Nice turnaround jumper there by Holmes, and he might have got hit in the face. That's probably going in. Okay, if that was going in, I was going to eat my hat. Carter Pellet has been on fire, and he was wide open in the corner. Maybe he's starting to cool off a little bit. With 2 minutes to go in the first half, Mustangs trying to chip away, get it to the corner. There you did. There's Foster. Bang! That's exactly what a point guard needs to do in that situation. Dribble drive, force the help, kick it out to the shooter.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big possession for the Mustangs for sure, coming back and getting a basket to get themselves going back in the right direction, and then now settle in here on the defensive end, get a turnover or get a defensive rebound, and go back and score a couple more times here in the first half.
There's Mitchell Jones again doing what Mitchell Jones does, and he's going to the basket, and there was some contact, but no foul called, and McLaren looking to push, but saw no numbers, so he holds it up with 1:20 to go until halftime, and Sturm has the ball right between the circles, and he looks to set things up for Atlantic. McLaren looking to drive, gets stopped in there by, guess who, Mitchell Jones, but there's Pellet to McLaren, into the corner to Prohl, going baseline, got it. Nice little dribble drive from Jaden Prohl, and it's back to a 13-point lead. And Nolan Mount looking to drive, takes it in, some contact, but he'll finish through contact. Nolan Mount, that's about the third or fourth really nice drive he's had in this first half. 50 seconds to go, Coach.
Yeah, really good drive there by Nolan, just one-on-one. Again, just be more physical and get all the way to the basket for his 6th point.
McLaren has it, a little dribble handoff to Sturm, who's got it right at the free throw line. A weird-looking shot that time, and he's got Holmes open, and he gets it to him. That's why he's the quarterback, and one. Beautiful pass, looked like Friday nights in the fall, except for Holmes is a lineman. But, I mean, other than that.
Hey, he has played tight end before.
He looks like a tight end, but, I mean, probably lineman out of necessity more than anything. But he did a good job in that respect, too.
Really
good catch. And good lay-in.
With his left hand.
With it because
he's left-handed.
He's left-handed, 1 of 6. You feel like Nolan knew that he was left-handed and he was on the left side. It processed in his brain like he's not going to go up with his right hand. It's a good shot for him.
I think he tossed it to a wide-open teammate.
Got it.
For the easy bucket.
Got it. And, of course, the crafty lefty, Evan Holmes, knocks down the three-point play. And in the game for the first time that we've been able to call is Dalton Nathan. Freshman, getting his first action on the YouTube live stream, so good for him. He played a little bit during the football season, but good to see him out here. We'll see if the Mustangs can get a stop, maybe get a cheap bucket, and it's an 8-point lead right now. Maybe they can cut it to 6 or 5. And driving in the lane, a little walk maybe, rolls around and down. So now push the ball. You got 5 seconds, Mitchell Jones. 5 seconds, 3 seconds. The shot goes up. Oh, that just about made her. So we're going to reach halftime. We'll come back here in about 30 seconds for some quick halftime analysis, and we'll get you to our halftime break right after this.
Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Welcome back into halftime. It's 37-27. Coach, we're just kind of looking at the stat sheet there. 10-9 at the end of the first quarter. Defensive quarter, but efficient on the shots. Second quarter, boy, the offenses blew up, and I'll let you go from there.
Yeah, probably the biggest difference is that the game got sped up for the Mustangs a little bit there in the middle of the second quarter and allowed Atlantic to get away from them a little bit. And the turnover margin definitely ramped up there for the Mustangs. But a really balanced attack for the Mustangs. Harold has 8, Foster has 8, Mount has 6 to go along with 5 assists. and 2 steals. And then Gardner has the bucket, and Evan Holmes has the and 1 for the Mustangs. And then, of course, Connor Pellet has 17 for Atlantic. And, again, we're going to get off air so we can look up his career.
Yes, we've got 8.5 minutes to figure out the life history, the life basketball story of Mr. Carter Pellet. So we'll be back with some answers in about 8 minutes. Welcome back to Shenandoah High School Rexroth Court. 20 seconds and some change. Coach, our investigative reporting, what did we find out?
We found that Mr. Pellet has scored 12 earlier this season as his career high, what we can see on Varsity Bound. So 12 points earlier this season. He's got 17 at the half.
Pretty impressive half. I mean, it's not to take anything away from the rest of Atlantic's kids or the rest of our kids who've played a pretty good first half competitive game, but that kid went off in the first half, more so than I expected.
Yeah, and as we search through their scores, it kind of looks like on any random night, any of these guys could go off for a big night. One kid had 30 earlier this season, so anything can happen.
It's a beautiful thing about basketball. Anything can happen. Foster has the ball for Shenandoah. Little fall away and good rebound by Holmes, and just can't get it to go, and rebounded by Rasmussen as it rattled around. So a couple of looks there at the basket for Shenandoah. Not a bad possession, just got to get the shots to fall. And we do get a quick foul with just 35 seconds here into this third quarter. Just the first foul on Zach Foster, so nothing to be super concerned with there, but that's going to send Rasmussen to the line. And Rasmussen on the night, his name is not, or his number is not up on the board, so I can't hardly tell, but I feel like he's probably got 4 or 5 points on the night. He knocked down the front end but missed the second. So that rebound's going to be corralled by Sturm. Good athletic play by Sturm, and gets it back to Rasmussen, who is open in the corner but doesn't take the shot. Gets it to McLaren, driving the lane, back to Sturm. Maybe one pass too many as Mount takes it up. No good. Harold gets it on the follow and the foul. I was really hoping to see, Coach, Mount was holding back his guy. I was really hoping to see a lob. I mean, that would have been sweet.
I bet you they don't practice it very often.
I bet you they practice it more than you think. They're high school kids. I'll bet you they practice it a lot more than you think. As Harold misses the front end of the 2-shot foul.
I see Brody and his brothers practicing those types of plays, but like on a 6-foot hoop.
Sure, yeah, but it stays with you. Stays with you. Harold splits a pair. He is the leading scorer, I believe, on the night. Is that correct so far?
He is.
For the Mustangs with 9?
9, yep.
Yeah. So they've trimmed it back down to a 10-point game, and Atlantic has the ball, and it's going to be Templeton to McLaren. That's a long three and a foul. That's going to be on Templeton shooting three free throws. That's going to be on Harold. That'll be his third, and probably not the best foul he's committed in his career.
Or the best sound effect that I made as he gets slapped in the face. But I think if I remember right, it was him that went off for 30 earlier this year, and in that game he was 11 for 11 at the free throw line. So
that's a pretty good percentage.
That's pretty good, 100%.
Second free throw up and good. That'll give him 13 on the night. So Templeton and Pellet combining for 30 of the 40. 31 of the 41 right now. I mean, really, it's kind of a two-headed monster for Atlantic.
Yeah, absolutely. They're getting the shots that they want and then converting at the free throw line, too.
Foster had it back to Mount, gets it to Gardner. Foster in the corner, just short. Rebound by Templeton, looking to run. A little no-look to Rasmussen. And that's a little jump pass into the corner. Templeton, that kid can shoot. That kid's got a good stroke. Just missed, and rebound by Shenandoah, and they're looking to chip into the lead. Sturm applying the pressure on the basketball. Mount's got it between the circles, picks up his dribble, and Sturm ends up affecting the play, gets the steal, does McLaren. McLaren went up left-handed, missed it. Yeah, had he went up with his right hand, probably would have made that, but he's not left-handed like most of our guys, so he missed it. But we turned it over, and it's going to be Atlantic ball.
Yeah, just an unfortunate turnover there for the Mustangs. Got the rebound after the turnover and just couldn't keep it in our possession.
And good play on the closeout by Holmes. you know that Templeton's going to look to get that shot off. He's a good shooter and a good job on the closeout.
Yeah, good job by Holmes getting out there in the corner and getting his hand up.
And one dribble and stop there. Good ball movement. Shot by Anderson, no good. And rebound by Templeton, and he puts it back up and in. And Anderson, if I'm not mistaken, is the other starter for Atlantic. So when Pellet came in, he came in for Anderson. So we didn't see a lot of Anderson there in that first half. Good pass ahead attempt, but a good job by Mount to stick his hand in there and get the steal. Again, Mustangs just need to slow it down a little bit. It's a long game. There's 13, 14 minutes left of game action, and you're not going to get it all back at once. All you're going to do is compound the deficit. That's a long two. No, it's a three. Harold knocks down the triple and back down to a 12-point game. That's a good-looking shot by the junior.
Yeah, really good hit, and kind of the same thing you talked about in the first half. You said we needed to find a bucket, slow it down and find a bucket, and that time we do the same thing, hit a three after you say that comment.
And good rebound by Holmes, and he says, I'm taking this thing all the way. And he got bumped, and they're going to get the foul called on Rasmussen. So fortunate break there for the Mustangs. A turnover, a rebound, long rebound, near turnover turns into a foul. We get the ball under our own basket.
Yeah, again, good hustle by Holmes there, finding that loose ball on that rebound and then taking it down the court. Probably just needs to dribble it to the sideline and without numbers and turn it back over to one of your guards. But a good job here by the Mustangs to maintain possession.
Man, that's a quick five. That's a really quick five. That's twice.
Yeah, same guy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. It's probably 5 seconds. Usually they kind of give you a little bit more than the 1, 2, 3, 4. You get it.
Yeah.
You were an official.
Yeah. Normally, start 1 on 2.
And we get a foul on the rebound. That's going to be foul on Atlantic. So Shenandoah will regain possession. Coach, it was a 10-point game at half, and it's been really disjointed in the first 3 minutes of the second half for Shenandoah offensively, but they're still just down by 12, so they've only lost 2 points onto that deficit. Just chip away.
Yeah, again, just to make sure we take care of it at the offensive end. Can't have turnovers. That's what got us in trouble in the middle part of the second quarter. Take care of it at the offensive end, and then play good defense the rest of the way.
And it's a turnover there. Holman wasn't ready for it, and Templeton comes up with it, gets it into the corner to Anderson. 2 dribbles, good drive, and 1. That's going to be a foul on Eighth, and as he tried to come over to help, pretty good job getting over to help, but just kind of a little overexcited maybe getting up there and leaving his feet.
Yeah, right. And like you said, good job of getting there. Maybe just stay on the ground and try to draw a charge, or at least make him play through you versus going up there and trying to block that shot.
Anderson misses the free throw, but there's that man again. And he missed his first shot of the second half. But now he's got almost 2 offensive rebounds. I'll probably give that one to Anderson. Templeton thought about the 3 at the half-court line, but he shoots that one at the NBA range, and he knocked it down. And this Atlantic team, it's kind of an enigma that they're 2-5. They've beaten Ottaway Valley and Lewis Central on their schedule. That just happens to be their last 2 games. They lost their first 5. I don't know if they had guys out or what, but offensively, they got some weapons.
Yeah, they got some guys that can definitely shoot it and feeling good about themselves coming off those 2 wins and moving into this game tonight.
And I don't care how good or bad Lewis Central is. A bad Lewis Central team, still probably pretty good. And I don't think that they're supposed to be bad.
Yeah, I haven't followed the boys' side of the Hawkeye 10 as closely as the girls, but Lewis Central is normally a pretty solid team, and I know they have a couple really good players. And so, again, all depends on who Lewis Central's playing, and then, again, not knowing what Atlantic has done early in the season, but definitely a game that you can look at as a quality win.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jones split the pair. So 48-32 is the score. Atlantic a little more patient this possession. Tried to get the ball into the high post, and Anderson, whoa. I feel like he traveled twice before the elbow.
He definitely traveled. I'm not sure what we're looking at there. But
well, we'll get the foul and we'll play on. And Templeton's looking to shoot. That was not intended for Sturm, but Sturm got it. And there's Pellet. Again, have a night, young man. I've said that 3 or 4 times, but there he goes again. And Carter Pellet and Templeton, 19 apiece. It's just impressive right now what those two cats are doing. Good drive to a wide open Foster, and he's not going to miss many of those. Good drive. That's the second or third time. Mount's got 4 or 5 assists probably. That's the second or third time I remember seeing Mount penetrate the lane and find the shooter.
Yeah, Mount has 6 assists. Now Foster has 3 threes. He's 3 for 4 tonight. Again, that's the game that Mount needs to play with the dribble drive and then either going hard to the basket or that kick out.
A really good look by Pellet. And you're going to get that. You start making 6 or 7 shots in a row, and guys are going to come up and guard you, and then you get the back door. Good job by McLaren on the back door. Foster backing down his man. Good little 2-man game between Harold and Foster. And this is what Shenandoah needs to do on offense. They don't have to go 1,000 miles an hour. That was a good patient set, 2-man game, back-to-back solid possessions, but you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. I mean, that's kind of the way it goes.
He is finding a lot of open looks for sure.
That's just amazing. Timeout on the floor. We're going to step away. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it.
Welcome back in. Shenandoah has the ball, 54-37. Blake Harold bringing the ball up the floor for Shenandoah, looking to do some work on Carter Pellet. Gets the ball to Foster, 1 dribble, shoots the 3 off the backboard first. Fight for the rebound. They'll say it's off of Pellet, so Shenandoah will maintain possession with just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Gardner gets the ball into Harold, and he gets it to go. Probably the best offensive night I can remember this season for Harold. He's got 14 points by the boards count, but that's not the official stats. The official stats are kept right here at the desk by Mr. Burdorf.
He's got 14.
There you go. That's official. And in and out by McLaren, rebounded by Foster, and here comes Harold again, going to the basket, gets contact, and just rolls out. Good drive, much better drive, I think, than the obvious block call earlier in the game, if you remember back to the obvious block call.
The obvious one.
That one was just as obvious.
Right. That time he's going hard, and the guy is next to him, riding him sideways, right, and not square to the dribbler, so it's going to be a block every time.
Harold misses the front end. I'm guessing he'll probably split the pair here. If he does, it'll cut it back down to a 14-point game. And you've watched this Atlantic offense kind of hum here in this second and third quarter, and they distanced themselves in the second quarter, but this third quarter, as he does split the pair, man, I'm getting pretty good at this. But they haven't distanced themselves a ton from second to third quarter. It was a 10-point game. It's a 14-point game right now, and now Shenandoah has the ball, looking to push again, try to chip back into this ball game. Harold with the ball, looking for the back cut, not there. Gardner driving, he goes up, a little float pass, and they're going to call a foul on Prohl, and that's going to be the 6th foul on Atlantic, so that'll put him in the bonus, the next foul. So that's another one of those things I'd probably talk about more than people need to, is just getting into the bonus a little earlier, but you got to cash in. So just over a minute to go. Harold with the ball on the left wing, and he could probably take Pellet all day if he wanted to, and he does, and he gets the friendly roll. And now, again, just a 12-point game, so Shenandoah's only lost 2 points since halftime, Coach.
Yeah, again, they're playing really solid on the defensive end for the most part, except for we can't stop him.
Good night. That kid's
doing a really good
just
job
unbelievable tonight.
Except him. but being patient at the offensive end and possessing the ball and leading to good shots. I really like how the Mustangs have done a really good job of just attacking the basket tonight.
And the step back three from Harold. Oh, that would have been big right there. Would have cut it down to 11. Looks like Ethan Sturm may be content to hold for the final shot here of the quarter. Kind of a 2-for-1, like end of half in football to beginning of the third quarter, right? You get the double score factor, get a score now, and they got the possession arrow to start the fourth. McLaren has the ball, little drop step, no good, and Harold looking to run, and he got poked away by McLaren, and Sturm for three. He got the front of the rim, and it rattles down. 2 seconds on the game clock. Mount got it away off the side of the backboard, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. Competitive third quarter. Just a kind of a rotten final possession there for Shenandoah. So we're going to step aside. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
We're back into Shenandoah Rexroth Court. Coach, final 8 minutes. Mustangs down by 16. That last one was a 2-pointer, not a 3-pointer from Sturm. What's the game plan here in quarter number 4?
Again, just like you've talked about numerous times tonight, you got to chip away, right? It all starts at the defensive end, as we said in the pregame, and continue to talk about. If we can get stops at the defensive end, then chip away at the offensive end, you can still make this a game. Either way, it's an entertaining contest, and we're putting points on the board, which is good to see.
It has been a wonderful game to watch. A lot of buckets, a lot of kids making plays. It's been a lot of fun. Just hopefully this fourth quarter goes the way of the Mustangs as Templeton has the ball, gets it to McLaren. Little dribble handoff to Sturm, nobody there. Free throw line, jumper no good, rebound by Foster. Foster's kind of got that YMCA game, which I really love. You know, he's not going to jump very high. He's not going to run very fast, but the kid can play basketball, and I really like that. I really do. Every team needs one of those.
Yeah, just somebody that has a knack for the game and a knack for the ball. Somebody that's going to go hard.
And Foster's shot was blocked, but we get the turnover as it dribbles off of Sturm's leg. And that wasn't a knock on Foster. I love watching the kid play. He's a lot of fun. Like you said, he just is going to work hard. The senior guy's got a good stroke from the corner, too, as he's lined up there and nobody's guarding him. I'd love to see him get it over to him because there's nobody guarding him there in the corner.
Yeah, he's just a kid that has put in a lot of time and effort into the game of basketball. I know going up to the school over the summer, I'd see him outside shooting at some of the baskets there at the K8 building. Somebody that just loves to be around the game of basketball. He's working hard.
7 minutes on the button until the end of the game, and Blake Harold has the ball way out top. Is going to get the ball back to Gardner, who just gets it right back to Harold. Get it in the corner. Get it to the guy. Get it to the guy in the corner. Let it fly. No! I thought that was good. I was loving him up. I thought he was going to knock it down. Just short by Foster. And Templeton gets it up the floor to Sturm. Sturm thought about the three. Dribble handoff to Templeton, who's going to take it to the basket, and they're going to get Gardner for the reach. It's going to, I believe, be number 4 on Bo Gardner. It's going to send Templeton to the line, who has 19, but believe it or not, 19, not the game high right now for his team.
No, but he's played well as well. And so, again, you got a couple guys that can get in double figures, especially get up around that 20-point number. You're going to probably win quite a few basketball games.
Yeah, it's it's like a kind of a beating a dead horse type of deal, but that Pellet kid's, that's a heck of a game to couple him with a guy like Templeton, who has shown to have a good stroke from the outside and a good dribble drive. This is an Atlantic team that it can be dangerous if those guys are hitting. Good drive by Mount. Maybe got a little too deep on the drive, but still, end result's very positive right there for Mount. Good drive. Has a size advantage over Sturm. Take him to the basket.
Yeah, just forces his way in there, just kind of bullies his way all the way to the basket to get an opportunity to put some in at the free throw line.
He's played a pretty good ball game to this point, I would say. As he misses the front end of the two shots. There may be a couple of turnovers, maybe playing a little too fast at times in the full court press, but in the half court, Nolan's played a very good ball game.
Yeah, he's got 6 points, 6 assists, and 4 steals. That's a pretty solid night for your point guard.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a good job of Harold, not just running back, but running back with his head back as he gets the steal. And another step back three from Harold. That's going to be off to the right as, again, he shoots it from the left and the rebound goes to the opposite side. I'm going to say that all year now to go along with the left-handed players.
We're going to have a lot of lefts and rights to remember.
I know. Shot in the corner, knocked down. I believe that one was Rasmussen in the corner. That's 7 for Rasmussen. And now it's going to be a 20-point game. It seems hard to believe that it's a 20-point game because Shenandoah, just like that, they've played so well offensively, and they're going to call a sideline out of bounds, which, again, that happened in the girls' game where the ball landed on the sideline or the baseline, and they just said, it was the near official here said, my fault, try it again, let's do a do-over. The guy that's now the bottom official, he says, nuh-uh, that's not going to happen, that's illegal. So that would have been nice to have in the girls' game.
Yeah.
But I digress. I'm off my soapbox. Mount has the ball in the left corner, gets it to Harold. And Harold's right between the circles, maybe looking to go one-on-one, and there's Pellet. He might go in for a dunk. Oh, he don't dunk it. He just lays it in. That's the easy one. 2 points more for Pellet. Game high 25 for Carter Pellet. That's just impressive. And a good job of coming in on the backside there on the spin move to get the steal. Nice little find from Nolan Mount, and good movement without the ball by Foster, the senior, getting into space where he could shoot. We'll talk about that in 30 seconds after we pay some bills. Be right back.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
Welcome back into Shenandoah Rexroth Court. Coach, 64-46. We had a timeout by Shenandoah. They will have one left for the last 5 minutes. It's been a slow progression from 10 to 17 to 18. They're competitive in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we talked about it at the beginning. We don't want to get into games that end up this high scoring. Right, it becomes hard. It becomes taxing on 6 guys trying to play defense. For this long in a contest, you want to play a game that leads to longer possessions. But when you're in a game now that you have to play catch up a lot more, it becomes a lot harder on the defensive side of the ball, and that's where the Mustangs want to be really good, is on the defensive side of the ball.
Nearly called the foul there. That's going to end up being off of Atlantic. The down official actually put his hand up towards his chest and put it back down. I don't think there was a fowl there.
I don't think so.
So it's a good no call. But now, again, you have that opportunity to chip from 18 to 17 or 16 or 15. Just keep getting closer here and there. You got to stop on defense. You got to get a good possession offensively. Whoop! Nearly lost the ball there. And there's a little ball screen. Harold on Pellet. Harold had success taking Pellet to the basket. Good drive from Gardner, just a little too long. Again, a good possession. They've had a lot of really good possessions down here. We just haven't been able to cash them in at the same rate as Atlantic.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good possession. A good take by Gardner all the way to the basket. A little floater in the lane. That's a good possession by the Mustangs, something that they can build on.
And a nice feed inside to Jackson McLaren, but he just missed the layup. And Nolan Mount looking to take Sturm to the basket, and Sturm got his hand in there, poked it away. McLaren to the basket, and that's going to be number 5 on Bo Gardner. That will send, I believe that's going to send McLaren to the line to shoot a pair, and Gardner will be done for the last 3:51. But Gardner's played a good game, had a couple good drives, played good on the defensive end. So good game there for the junior.
Yeah, he doesn't fill up the stat column in any one category, but what he gives you is a lot of hustle and effort, loose balls, deflections, just giving you a good effort all the way around, whether it counts as a stat or not. He's working hard.
And McLaren misses the front end, and it's going to be a sub now as McLaren, the other McLaren, Jackson will come out. That's going to bring in Lane Nelson for his first run of the night here in the last 4 minutes. And the Garrett McLaren misses both free throws, so still an 18-point game, and Foster in the corner, he loves that, just missed. Good hustle on the back end. I think that was off of Atlanta. Nope, I was just kidding. I thought it was off of Nelson, who just came in the game. They're a lot closer to the action than I am, so they said that Blake Harold touched the ball last, so Atlantic has the ball with 3:30 to go in the ballgame. And Pellet has the ball right down the middle, and just a little bit too strong of a pass or too far of a pass. You want that bounce pass to be about 2/3 of the way. And it was pretty much right at his feet.
Yeah, nobody's catching that pass. Ball right at your feet. Really
Unless
hard,
he's
really,
got hands down there.
Really hard catch. Really hard catch.
Oh, just kidding. We had the old inadvertent whistle because the clock wasn't running.
Yeah. The clock just hadn't started, and so they, instead of just yelling clock, blew the whistle.
Fun story, inadvertent whistle. Cost me a football game one time coaching. We were down in Missouri. Oh, nobody home there as Foster turns it over. We were down in Missouri. We're playing a rivalry game, trophy game, and we're down by 5 points. 35 seconds to go. Running back has the ball, fumbles it. They blew the whistle, fumbled it, but we scooped and scored. During the fumble recovery, they ended up giving them the ball back because of an inadvertent whistle. Cost us a game, so I don't like inadvertent whistles.
Yeah, I could see that being a problem.
Not a big fan. Not a big fan. As Templeton goes back to the line, back to football, or back to basketball. Enough about football. Templeton knocks down the first, so it's 65-46. Looks like Zwickel's going to check into the ball game, and that might be the end of the night for Evan Holmes. Holmes always has a really good hustle night. I mean, the stat line, kind of like a Gardner, stat line might not blow up for a bunch of double-doubles, but the kid just gives you a lot of effort, a lot of energy.
Yeah, again, he plays really hard at the defensive end and is going to work hard to get you some rebounds for sure, and then get a couple buckets here and there. Always hustling Evan Holmes.
It's like that song that the kids used to like. Every day I'm hustling. Is that right in that song?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, I listen to AM radio.
Yeah, me too. 960 and 590 and 810. Mount misses the front end, and we're going to get, I said Holmes' night was over. I was wrong. He's back in. Quick little drink, and he's back in the ball game.
That's right.
As is Clayton Holben. Offense-defense substitutions here, Coach? Mount has 9 by the board count. I believe the official tally will say the same. And McLaren brings the ball up the left side, behind the back dribble. Templeton has it way out on the left side. Templeton looking to go one-on-one, picked up his dribble. Nice bullet pass, two-handed pass from the left wing down to the right block. That's a pretty play for Atlantic.
Yeah, I think the Mustangs just got lost defensively, and Sturm became open down there underneath the basket.
And on the drive, Pellet's going to get called for the bump, and that's going to send Harold to the line. Season high for Harold right now. I don't think there's any question this season high for him with 17. He's got a chance to chip away or extend that a little bit more tonight if he can knock down the pair here at the line. And he knocks down the front end. He's split the pair twice already, made the front end of this one. Any guesses on what's going to happen this time? So he split the pair twice. Will he finish the pair, or will he split the pair again just in reverse?
I think he's going to make this one.
I do too. I'm with you. Law of averages. He's better than a 50% shooter. Oh, man. Sorry, Blake, we jinxed you. But that was on Mr. Burdorf, not me. I just agreed with him.
You talked me into that. That's not fair.
Templeton gets the ball to the left wing to Lee Hauser, who's checked into the game for the first time. Templeton back with the ball. To Hauser in the corner. 3-ball. In and out. Good rebound by Harold. I don't know how many rebounds he's got, but it's got to be close to 100. He's been all over the place on the boards tonight for the Mustangs. Mount with a little jab step, a little Euro step, no good, but he follows his shot and Mounts in double figures. As it's back to a 17-point game with just under 2 minutes to go at 67-50. Templeton gets the ball back ahead to Hauser. Good hustle by Clayton Holben, and then hustling back into the play. That's a great hustle by Holben down there. Nearly a steal, and Roenfeld gets the ball back out to Templeton. Not a good idea to leave him open, but there's Pellet. Templeton misses, but Pellet he just touched the ball with his fingers, and it went into the basket.
Yeah, I think that's the third time he's found himself right in front of the basket and just able to tip in the rebound on the offensive rebound.
Jones nearly knocked down the corner pocket threes. We're at 1:10 seconds to go. Roenfeld gets it to Templeton, thought about it, wanted to hit it, gets it back into Pellet, who, why not? Guys had a heck of a night, and he knocks down another one. And by my count, that's 29 by at least the board's count. So if I'm Atlantic, I'm running one more set for him. He's got one opportunity to get over 30. Or they're taking him out, aren't they? No, they're leaving him in.
They leave.
Run one more set. Get him 31. Get him over 30. Because Templeton checked out, so he's done.
He's done with 21. Really good night for him.
Absolutely. Pellet guarding George Martin, who checks into the game, but here comes Pellet. He's going to take it all the way. No, he's not. Unselfish, but he had two chances at 31.
I bet you he hasn't missed more than 3 shots all night, and he just missed 2 on that possession.
I think he looks at the board, our fancy, beautiful scoreboard that shows he's 1 point away from 30. He got the yips there.
Right, he did. A little short-armed the second one. Just came up short on the offensive rebound the first time.
Foster knocks down the front end of the free throws. It's a double bonus here for Shenandoah. Foster, he's in double figures as well. I believe the Mustangs have 3 guys now in double figures, as Mount made that bucket a couple possessions ago. So Foster, Harold, and Mount, all 3 in double figures. Anderson gets the ball in to, looks like Rasmussen has it in the corner. Pellet's calling for it. He wants to make amends. And they get it to Pellet. Oh, good skip pass to Roenfeld. Back to Pellet. Back in the corner to Hauser. Skip pass to Roenfeld. Pellet's got the ball on the drive. And right off of Dalton Athan's face. That had to smart a little bit, but he'll end up getting credit for the deflection. And that's going to be the ball game, as Shenandoah falls tonight behind a wonderful individual performance by 2 Atlantic Trojans. But Mustangs fall 71-52. We'll be back in about 60 seconds to do a little post-game recap.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
way I pay to spray. What did you say? Pay to spray, custom application? Oh, input costs can get pretty high. I want to buy my own sprayer with automatic boom shutoff and really big booms. Gotta love some big booms. The ag economy's down, but I'm bullish and my numbers are good. So what do you think? Let's make it happen.
The ride to your dreams is easier with the right partner. Bank Iowa. Let's make it happen.
Welcome back, Mustang fans. Shenandoah High School, Rexroth Court, final tonight from Shenandoah. Atlantic 71, Shenandoah 52. Coach, what do you got for us?
Yeah, some great individual efforts by a couple different players. Obviously, the big nights from Pellet and from Templeton for Atlantic with 29 and 21 respectively. Really good night for those guys. But the Mustangs get a good effort as well on the individual side. Blake Harold finishes with 18. Also finishes with 9 rebounds, so just 1 rebound short. Maybe they can find one in the video.
I'm guessing we probably missed one.
Get a double-double. Zach Foster finishes with 17, hit 3 3-pointers. He finishes with 7 rebounds. And then Nolan Mount finishes with a great night as well, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 steals, and 7 assists. A really good night for him. What I really liked from the Mustangs tonight is their willingness to go to the basket, go hard to the basket. Again, just some periods of time where the turnovers started to add up for them, and that takes away from their opportunities. But a really good effort from the Mustangs tonight here on Rexroth Court.
So let's try to play, prognosticator here. You've got 2.5 weeks-ish between now and the next ball game, which is at Fremont Mills coming out of Christmas break. There may be a different-looking Mustang team. What do we got to do between now and then to continue to grow? Because there may be some new pieces having to play now. You've already seen maybe you started that with Dalton Athan coming up to now play at the varsity level and getting some minutes in not just mop-up time, but in the middle of the game, getting some minutes. You may see some guys that have to play a little bit bigger role.
Yeah, obviously continue to work at the defensive end, right? Keep working on that 3-2 zone, taking away opportunities for the other team to score. Again, the Mustangs' game plan has to be something where they talk about keeping the score down in the 30s and 40s. That's
tempo.
That's going to keep them in ball games, right? Then they're going to have to find ways to score at the offensive end. But I guess through the first half of the season, you can give a lot of credit to the Mustangs for their effort, their energy. Every night they're hustling. And, plays like there in the fourth quarter where Holman goes all the way from the middle of the lane all the way out to the sideline, dives for a ball. That's the kind of effort that we want to continue to see from the Mustangs throughout the second half of the season.
So that's going to wrap things up tonight. Again, I'm happy to be joined by Aaron Burdorf tonight, and the camera guy, Brody, did a great job, save for nearly costing me about $4,000 and dropping the camera down onto Atlantic's fans.
And spitting on your computer.
And spitting on my computer, or had like a ring pop or something, and it just sprayed everywhere. But crisis averted. It was a good night. I wish the results would have been a little different, but we had some fun up here. And we're going to have about a 2.5 week break. I don't believe we're going to be allowed to broadcast the Fremont Mills game. We're still working on that. But Mr. Weinrich will send that out if we are able to, but we probably won't know until coming out after break. So thanks for being with us again tonight. We always enjoy being with you guys. You guys have a wonderful evening. For Aaron Burdorf, I'm TJ Young. Good night, everybody.